Who's ready to ride? My shooters got shooters. Once you're in the sight, our aim is the truest. You know I got soul and you know he a fighter. Call him the podcast piper, the smoothest of snipers. Red Dead Panda from the shadows, with a point of precision. The glue of the crew, an assassin with missions. And Nero the line, front line in the block. The shotgun of the truth, the podcast rock. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Tune in on your Saturday night. You can't miss, you won't miss. If you aim down sight. Aim down sight. Oh, aim down sight, yeah. Go. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Tune in on your Saturday night. You can't miss, you won't miss. If you aim down sight. ADS, 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 oh no. Oh no. Aim down sight. ADS, 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 oh no. Oh no. Aim down sight. Aim down sight, we don't miss. ADS, 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 oh no. Oh no. Aim down sight. Aim down sight. Who's ready to ride? Who?
Welcome, everybody, to episode 74 of the ADS podcast. Aim Down Sights is back. We've been on a unwanted 2-week hiatus, and I say unwanted because we wanted to be here last week and the week before. So last week there was obviously people living in the States know that there's been some bad weather with winter and such, and so Nero and Lyric
Some
had
bad weather right now too.
yeah, had kept losing power and so couldn't really do a show consistently. And I just didn't want it to be the panda show that episode because as
That would
much
have
as
been a
I
lot of
feel like I
grifting. I
yeah,
wouldn't have been here to
yeah.
counter it, guys. Wouldn't have been, I wouldn't
Yeah,
have been here to
100%,
counter it.
100%. You've got to keep me down. Like gotta keep keep that boot on my
Got to.
neck. The week before I wasn't very well. And I don't remember if anyone else wasn't 100% well either. I feel like we've just had a little bit of back to back with that. Apologies from Lyric, he has no voice. So if you do have any questions for Lyric in the chat as an AI prompt, please go ahead and do that. But just tell him, like, just warming up. Just show up on the show with no voice. Learn sign language. I'm kidding, I don't. But it should be a good show. It's Nero and myself this week, and we're just going to be sort of catching up on some of the things that we missed around like last week, specifically around the developer direct and things like that. We'll give our 2 cents there, and some other bits and pieces been happening in that space. But I'm just going to ask everyone in the chat, what have you been up to? What have you been playing? And I hope you're staying safe, whichever part of the world you're in. Um, yeah, Nero, the biggest Nintendo in town. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, I don't mind. Hey, I don't mind that. Hey, I don't mind that title right there, man. I don't
um,
mind that.
what have you been up to? What have you been playing? And why are you a sellout? I'm kidding.
All right, well, look, man. First of all, man,
You're a troll.
I want to tell everybody watching, man, stay warm, especially if you're in the states, North Carolina, South Carolina, anywhere in the states, man. We're getting hit with a crazy cold front, man. You know, I looked out my window, made me feel like I'm back home, man. I'm like, oh, I'm back in Buffalo, man. Look at that snow coming down. So it's definitely, the South definitely not built for these type of winter storms and icy conditions and stuff like that. So everybody stay warm. That's what I'm focused on right now, staying warm, making sure all devices is charged up and just ready for anything. Second, man, I've been having a great time with a lot of peak games, man. Finished
Mm.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond yesterday. Got a review for that on the channel, guys. So after this, go check that out. Really, really fun game, man. Had a few flaws and critiques with it, but overall, really solid game. Um, what else? Started Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. That is really fun.
Nintendroni bot. That's a
Hey,
pretty good name, actually. Nintendroni.
hey,
Oh,
all that boils down to, man, is just peak gaming rotations, man.
yeah,
Uh, I've
yeah.
been playing a little Breath of the Wild here and there, and I'm really enjoying it. But I don't know. I've been rotating through my actual physical collection. So, like I said, Hyrule Warriors has been a very fun experience so far, man.
Hmm.
So, and I finished today. I finished the Dragon Quest Seven Reimagined demo. I pre-ordered that. That game is. I'm really loving that game so far. Really charming. I'm loving the just the atmosphere of it, the music, the
Yeah.
combat, the characters, everything about it seems peak. My first time playing the series, so been having a really good time with that. On my multiplayer side, man, little Battlefield, little Arc Raiders. Really excited for Marathon next month. So just playing a
Mm.
little bit of that. Not playing that slop high guard, that trash game. If you enjoying it, man, hey, kudos. That just more slop, man. That's what we don't need,
Stop
man. You know what I'm
starting.
saying? More free to play. But nah, I played a little bit of high guard. It felt okay. I thought the gunplay was okay. It was decent. Um, I just thought they needed a bigger mode than 3v3, but apparently they added that.
I watched your
I'm not
little YouTube
going back.
short for that, and I was like, I would agree with you on that because I saw you talking about how like it's 3v3. It probably would have even been better if it was a 4v4. Like you just need that
Yeah,
extra one or two people, just to make that difference. Yeah. Hmm.
definitely. So yeah, man, I just been playing a bunch of things, man. Really trying to chop down this backlog because it's only it's a handful of games I want this year, but
Yep.
they're mostly like spaced out and far in between. Like this month
Yep.
really needed Resident Evil, so I had to get that pre-order. Dragon Quest really called out to me, came out of nowhere after playing the demo and loved it.
Mm.
What else? Marathon, $40 game, so that's not bad at all. But after that, I'm waiting until something like a Saros or just being a little disciplined this year, man, and really going through
Lurker
that
said they've
backlog.
added a 5v5 mode for you.
Hey, I'm not
Just for
going
you,
back.
Nero.
I'm look. I'm good with Battlefield. I'm invested with Battlefield, Diablo, Arc Raiders. I'm good. I'm not going back to that slop. I'm gonna invest the
Mm.
time in the games I paid for.
Yep. Fair.
But Panda will be the high guard representative for aim down sight.
Honestly, you
She
know
got a
it.
little
I'm gonna
deal
die
going,
on
and
that hill.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be playing High Guard.
I can
No
see it now. Her
fucking
and Reese.
way. Sorry, language, but no fucking way. The moment I saw it, I was like, this is not the game for me.
Yeah.
And I know, like, we've been
It
gaming
made
for
me
so many
realize I was
years.
too harsh on COD. Not to cut you off. I'm sorry because
No, you're good.
I'm not. I'm more of a Battlefield guy. I Call of Duty is definitely falling from grace. But after playing that, I said, well, I'll be damned. Maybe people
Call of
are
Duty
being
is
a
good.
little too harsh on Slap Op 7. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, maybe it's not too. Maybe it's
Maybe.
not too shabby. Maybe I'll bring that back. Get this trash game up out of there. But
Mm,
I think they should have did like an early beta preview or something with the community and got
yeah.
feedback. To put it out. And Jeff Keighley set these people up. Shame on him. Shame on him. Taking whatever he did behind the scenes. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the hell he played. If that's his standards for something that he just was just y'all gonna owe me apologies. Come on, man.
But is Jeff
Trash.
Keighley like a real gamer, to be honest? Like, I mean, I think they should have just kept it as the what were they going to do? Just as a shadow drop. I think people might have been more inclined to look at it, but after it showed it, Jeff Keighley we all created opinions around what the game was potentially going to be. Like, I saw it, and we've been gaming long enough. Like, I've been gaming 20 years, so so I know over 20 years actually. So I kind of know what I like and what I don't like. And then there are some games where I'm just like, I'm gonna give it a go. And like this is one that I'm just not interested in giving a go. However, watching the deep dive off High Guard, watching the deep dive off not so much deep dive, but they're more involved and refreshed around what they're doing in Marathon space. I was like, Marathon actually looks much better than I thought it was going to be. And I feel like it was a smart decision delaying the release of that game so that it is going to, I think it's going to do well now compared to if it launched last year. I also think that High Guard is taking a lot of the hits, so Marathon may not need to. But yeah, what have I been playing? I have been playing Diablo 4. And I have been playing Star Wars Outlaws. Yeah. So I've just started Star Wars Outlaws. I'm still very early on. I have one motherfucking gripe with this game around like exploration. Like when you call your speeder and it goes to the location that you called it. So if I'm still running, like the idea, every other game that does this, when you're running in a direction, you call your thing, it just tracks to where you are, not to where you called it from. And so if I run back to it, it'll still go past me based on where I called it from. I'm like, it should just go to you. And it's just like, this game has been out long enough for this fucking gripe to be fixed, and it's still not fixed. And I feel like as an open world game, that needs to be remedied. I'm not far enough into the story to know what I feel about the story. I do think there's a lot of bloat in it around like just needs to be a more condensed experience and more. I know it's like hub worldy, but the hub worldy is a bit insane. But yeah, I'm enjoying bits and pieces of it so far. I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's a good game, but it's not a great game. And I love stealth. So all it makes me want to do though is play like Sniper Elite, stealthing through that, or like Assassin's Creed stealthing through that. That's what it makes me want to go and do. And so I'm glad it makes me want to do that, but I'm also like, no, you should be making me want to play you non-stop. I should be hooked. I'm enjoying it. I'm not
Yeah.
hooked, but I will go back and continue playing it. But Nero, you and I need to play some Diablo because you're enjoying the Crusader class, right? I mean,
Yeah, we
sorry,
definitely need to,
Paladin
man.
class.
Yo, listen, Diablo is back, and this season has been really fun. Got a review of this season up too on the
Yeah, the
channel.
speed is
Check
annoying.
that out. It is a really good season, man. I love the Paladin class, and I definitely want to see because I don't think we got the same build. So I really want to see how your Paladin
What build are
class look.
you running? I'm running
I
a
got
blend
the
build, so I'm firing a Captain America build.
okay, yeah, I'm doing the one with the hammer, the lights, uh,
Ooh.
the
The one
holy.
with the hammer that goes around you?
Yeah, man. The first
Yes,
time I did that, I
yes.
said, "Yo, this feels amazing." I said, "Yo, this."
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said, "Yo,
yeah.
this feels
You
this
know
feels
they're gonna
amazing."
nerf him. You know they're gonna nerf this
Yeah,
class.
they
Like
they shouldn't. I feel
100%
like they
nerf it.
shouldn't. They,
Motherfucker.
they they should just buff the other classes. Bring the other classes up to par. Like,
Yeah, I just want to say a big shout out to Spartan. Thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Jeepers McCreepers. All right, that is insane, man. I
shout
guess
out
it's
to
payback
Spartan.
for
I
us not
wasn't.
being here.
Yeah, right. Definitely
Get here,
appreciate you,
get
brother.
here.
I'm over here zoned out talking about Diablo, man, because I really have been enjoying it, man. I haven't even noticed we getting blessed with the Holy Spartan over here. I'm talking about my Holy Paladin build, man. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
for sure. But yeah, man, it's been a really good season, man, and I'm really excited to see what like the expansion is gonna look like as well,
Yes,
because it's
yes.
another class coming. So
I'm tempted to start Space Marines too, but I'm like, no, I actually need to go through and like started Star Wars Outlaws. I need to finish Star Wars Outlaws. Um, I need to do some more Diablo 4, but it's fine when you're like leveling, but I've kind of hit a point where I'm
mhm.
like, I would rather be playing with other people because you can kind of like slingshot yourself up to higher difficulty and stuff. Because I'm just in tier 3, trying to
Yeah,
get to tier 4 or Torment 4, which isn't going to be that hard. I could definitely run Torment 4 if I wanted to, but I just haven't got around to pushing myself that hard because I have been very busy with work. I've been traveling to another city this past week, so I haven't really been online at all during the week because I'm traveling for work. So I'm exhausted. But I was just telling Nero I had this really shit morning. Like I was getting ready
yeah.
for the show and setting everything up, and I spilled a whole glass of water all over my desk. So I'm busy like cleaning that up, and then I take the glass upstairs and the paper towels upstairs, and I drop the glass, and I have to clean up glass before the show starts. So I'm just like not having the best morning for
Not
myself.
ideal. Yeah. Not the ideal morning at all.
You're welcome. Thank you, Nero, for modding Spartan. Definitely deserve a mod. And to
Oh
anyone
yeah,
watching
for sure.
live, whether you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, or Twitter, if you're enjoying that show, hit the like button, leave a comment somewhere. You know, just slide into Nero's DMs and let him know why he's
Definitely.
a
I'm gonna tell you this right
failure.
now. All gamers are welcome to slide into my DMs, man. If you playing a really cool game, if you playing a really cool game, man, and you want me to check it out or put it on my radar, let me know, man. And if you want
Yeah,
my opinions on something I played live and direct, always down to talk with some people.
100%.
Now, if
All
you want
right,
to grift, you know who to
slide
go
into
to.
my DMs.
You know who to go to. Oh, I was gonna say lyric, but yeah, y'all both. Yeah, yeah, go to both
If
of them.
you want an AI's perspective, then you
Yeah,
slide
definitely go to
into
lyric.
lyrics.
Yeah, definitely go to lyric, man.
Oh.
He is the AI. He go
Yeah,
hand in
yeah,
hand.
yeah, 100%, 100%. No, no.
Behind the scenes, pulling strings, man. You never know. I might be attacking Panda because you never know what lyric is threatening to do to me if I don't, carry his weights and attack. So everything I say to Panda, this is not me talking tonight, Panda. This is lyric. Any
Lyrics
slander I
talking
throw
through
your
you
way,
to this. Yeah.
for sure. All right, but let's get into some of these quick news topics now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we missed a lot, man. So we just
We
wanted to
missed
talk about a
so
lot
much.
of the
Wait,
stuff we
have
missed.
you started Fallout Season 2? I heard the
I think,
finale's
yeah,
about to come out, so I'm like, oh, now I can start watching because I wanted to binge it. I did
yeah,
not
me
want to
too.
go
Same.
week in, week
This
out.
is why I
I
like you, Panda. This is why I like you because you are a woman of culture. I did the exact same thing. So I actually just started it, and I'm on episode 2. But I ended up stopping there. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
early. I'm just starting it too. But I will say, man, really good so far. Just the first season was peak, and I'm hearing a lot of people love it.
Top rated. I think it was Rotten Tomatoes or something. I read something where it got like top rated game adaptation for a TV show of all time from what they've got.
Mm.
Might have been just for last year, to be honest. But I'll take it. Like I love the first season, and I love. Oh my god, which Nolan brother is it? Not Chris, his other brother. What's his other brother's name? Who wrote? I can't think of it. But one of the Nolans
I will
wrote it.
say this just makes me really want a new Fallout game, man. I don't give a damn if it's a remaster or remake of 3 or um, New Vegas. They say it's in the works. Hopefully it is, but Fallout 4 for me just like it don't hit, especially when you're watching the show now. Like I feel like Fallout 4 don't really take itself too serious,
Yeah.
especially compared to the older games anyway. So really makes me want to get in on that. But speaking of, we got a couple media things to talk about, and Sony signs a new multi-year deal with Netflix for exclusive rights to Sony Pictures films after full theatrical home entertainment run. So the agreement appears to be the largest ever pay one deal. Netflix and Sony last 5-year deal was 2.5 billion. Look, man, I'm just like, look at Sony selling out again.
Sony, why you do us like that? I think. I mean, yeah. Well, they kind of have to do something, right? Because they then would default on some of the IPs, and they would go back to Marvel. So I feel like they're making those deals to keep the IPs with them specifically. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
who knows? Netflix is the one winning at the end of the day.
yeah, definitely, man. Netflix always got their hands in something, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Netflix
hundred
always got their
percent. You
hands in
just know
something,
they're
man.
looking at all the angles, going, "What can we do in this place?"
Speaking of Netflix, I don't know if you watched this show Blue Eye Samurai. I'm hella late. Everybody, like, I'm late.
I haven't actually, but I should add it to
Oh
my
man,
list.
please add it. It is so fire, man. It is. It is.
You said
It
Blue
is.
Eyed Samurai. I feel
Yep,
like you've talked
Blue Eye
about this in
Samurai.
the past. To be honest,
I might
maybe I'll
have, but
find it.
I
See,
just
this is
recently
my
started it.
Nintendo love. This is from Majora's Mask. It's the moon from Majora's Mask. If you're a Majora's Mask fan, you'll appreciate my
That looked like a
frankness.
moon of culture. You know what moon I don't like anymore? That fucking Outer Worlds moon guy.
Yes, I want to like trash that. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Blue eyed.
Yeah, I don't know if
All right.
anybody watched that in the chat. If you got Netflix, especially with us being snowed in here in the States, watch Blue Eye Samurai, man. It's taken a good amount of time to bring a new season. I think it's been like 3 years or 4 years, but that's how long it took for the first season. And it's an anime, and when you see it, it's like, man, it was definitely worth the wait.
I just want to
Man,
say very quickly before we move on, Spartan. I hope you're being safe. I know you're snowed in. You still have internet. Take anyone who's snowed in. Please be taking care of yourselves, because I don't know what that's like, because I live in a place where it never snows. So I
oh,
actually
that's
have to
crazy.
travel in snow. I have
Yeah.
to travel in snow. And
Panda
it's
never understand our struggle, y'all. Let's use it against her and gaslight her tonight, guys, into playing the scary game.
never
Look,
freaking happen.
we're all in snow. We're all snowed in, suffering. The least you can do is suffer through a little horror game, a little small, man. That's
You can
that's the
suffer
bare
through a
minimum.
horror game because we're fucking suffer. Oh, everyone has to
Yeah,
suffer. No, no. What's up, Sanchez? Good to see you. I saw you over at Demo Flow's channel. Yeah. I woke up yesterday and Demo was live, so I jumped in to the chat to say hi. I feel bad. Like, I need to be on his show at some point, but it's just the time difference. But if we plan it right, Demo, if you're watching this later, I will just get up early Saturday morning and join the show and jump on and guest. I will definitely do that because you're amazing and you come through for us all the time, and I love Demo.
definitely. Shout out to Spartan again with the another 5 gifted aim down sites memberships, man. Making me warm and fuzzy on this cold night, man. Because man, we really appreciate it. And shout out to Demo as well, man. Demo is doing this thing where he highlights games you never heard of recently, and I'm really enjoying that because he's putting some good little games on my radar. no matter the platform. So shout out to Demo for sure. Uh, yeah, I definitely got to make my way back on there as well. But Panda, you are a grifter. You definitely got to make your way back on there.
All right, I'm adding it. I'm adding it to my list. It's going
Lovely,
on. I'm
lovely.
doing it.
At least watch a couple episodes. I feel like you're gonna end up finishing it as soon as you start it because it's so good. But
I just watched. Okay.
we'll definitely
Actually, I
talk
won't say
about it
that
next week.
on stream. I'll message later what I've just watched, and I binged it all yesterday. All right.
Man,
Okay.
it's a really good show.
So no one judges me.
We
um,
also got a Fallout Shelter getting a live action adaptation for Amazon.
yeah.
So the show will be a reality competition series where contestants live together in a vote and compete in games to test their 7 attributes from Fallout: strength, agility, and luck.
All
So
right.
that
Now,
seems.
how do we get to join this reality
I don't
TV
know, but
show?
I would love to sign up. If anybody got any connects out there, I would love to go out there. I feel like
I'll be a stranger.
my luck alone, you know, get me through everything. You know, one thing I learned about a lot of RPGs, especially the ones where you can put, points into charisma, man. I always go for talking my way through anything. You know?
Have you seen oh my god, Viva La Dirt League, because they do the Epic NPC Man series, and there's an episode where it's like the guy puts all his stat points into charisma,
Mm,
and then he ends up like making out with the enemies all the time because charisma are so high, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm no longer want to be evil anymore." And then later on, because they do all the stuff, they later on like in another episode make a joke around how they've patched that so you can't use the charisma build as an exploit. And then they've
mm,
just had a recent one where the guy has now chosen to put all his points into intimidation. I just fucking love gamers, man. We just have so much
yeah.
fun, like trolling different builds and like just. And if you're a gamer, you know. And when you watch those things, it's fucking funny. I'm in a really sweary mood today, and I'm completely sober. This is just wow. Okay,
Hey, I say
um,
let it out, man.
on my stuff,
Let it
man.
out. I
But
say let
yes,
it out.
Larry,
I like this panda. This is the true evil panda
this is
that I
Panda
have to
when
see
I'm in
behind the
a party
scenes. Yeah.
chat, and I'm being ruthless. Oh my god, I was
Yeah,
so bad
let
yesterday.
it out, let it out, let it
I
out.
was
This
so
is a
bad
show
yesterday in
for
a party
adult
chat.
gamers. All
I
right.
was ruthless. But thank you, Lyric. Hit that like button, everybody. If you haven't subbed, sub, share it out. Let's just continue being amazing in our wonderful selves. But all right, sorry, I kind of completely went off topic because that's what I'm doing today. What's next on our agenda for our
Well, we got some real good news here. Reanimo is going to have a friends pass, so that's really dope. It's $40, from the creators of Little Nightmares, after the disappointment, right after the disappointment that was Little Nightmares 3, that slop, that bullshit. All right, I'm gonna curse a little bit too, Panda. You're not alone. Let me go off topic a little bit. On topic, but off topic. Yeah, fuck them.
Let's just
They
go
robbed
ahead.
me. They robbed me like they robbed me last year, man. Little
They
Nightmares 3,
fucking did.
one of my
They did.
biggest disappointments of 2025, man. Shout out to the original creators, the ones with that sauce, and these are them people with Reanimo. So I'm definitely gonna check that out. And the fact that it got a friends pass, that's always a bonus, split
Yeah.
fiction, and It Takes Two does that as well. So always
I
good
think
to see a friends pass.
I think it's one of the smartest things that you can do as like as a game developer who's creating a co-op experience, because like yes, they get this free access to this game through friend pass, but obviously they can't unlock achievements, and if they want that they have to pay for it themselves. But the idea is it's sometimes really hard trying to encourage friends to buy games with you and play
Mm-hmm.
those games together. So this just immediately completely removes that barrier to entry, and you get to really enjoy these co-op experiences, because it's really hard to try and find people who are doing it that way. And it's one of the smartest things that have come out of like co-op gameplay or just games in general in the last 10 years. Smart move.
Yep.
Hashtag panda uncensored. I mean, I'm still censoring myself, Lyric. There's just not as much censoring. Um, yeah,
Just a little laid back, man. We got Nintendo doing
yeah,
so much censoring out there with Dispatch. I didn't add that in there, but shame on them. They need the black bars and everything like that. I've been loving my Switch too, but if you got any other device to play that on, then play Dispatch elsewhere. But if it is the only place you can play it, I would still say play it, even with the censors. But yeah, take a stance, man. If not, man, do what you want. I'm gonna do what I want. It's a great game. Check it out. But that's an L for Nintendo. Right? You shouldn't censor that game, man.
yeah. No, I just
Or
think like
censorship is lame, man.
if you're gonna censor a game, like it should be censored just as a version for children.
Hmm.
But like adults, if you're purchasing a game, you should have access to it. Like I was real pissed off. Was it was it Stick of Truth or was it Fractured Butthole? And I'm real pissed off that I feel like it was Stick of Truth. The South Park game.
Hmm.
And we got the exact same censorship that Australia got because they were
Hmm.
being little crybabies. Um, and so we got the same rating, even though New Zealand is less uptight about that stuff than Australia is. But because Australia is so massive, we just ended up getting forced into their censorship on that game, and I was real pissed off. So any of the cutscenes that I wanted to see that were full cutscenes, I had to go online, or I would have had to buy a PC version, like a Steam version, an uncensored version on Steam or something. Um, yeah, it's just like if I'm an adult and I choose to purchase a game and I know what I'm getting into with that game, I should have the right to play it uncensored. I should also have the right
Definitely.
to re-censor it if I'm not okay with it. There should be something in their settings for that, and it really pisses me off that just because someone else is sensitive to something means that I'm getting shot in the foot as a result. Like I'm being disadvantaged as a result, and it's got nothing to do with my sensitivities. It's a you problem, but your problem is now becoming a problem for me, and that's what pisses me off when you start seeing things that happen like that. We're all grown adults and parents who are grown adults. You can choose what you want your kids to be censored and all of that. That's what happens in your household and how you parent is your conversation. But as
I
an
just
adult, I can choose what I want to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's rated for adults, right, and it's adult only content, why are you trying to censor adults? Shouldn't no kids have access to it? That falls on the parents and everybody
Yeah,
else to do that. You can't dictate and try to censor adults, man. So that's always an L when I see it. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but apparently they working to remove some of the things, but I don't know how they
Enough.
all do it.
No,
And
no.
Nintendo got some games on there. Bayonetta got some things in there,
Yes,
and you know what I'm saying. It's definitely it's a lot of games on the
but
Nintendo
it's okay
platform
when
with some
like
adult games.
Japanese studios do it. There's other studios. They're like,
Yeah,
we're watching you.
yeah, it's crazy, man. But
Oh yeah.
this was some interesting news. We actually got a few little pieces of interesting news, man. Black Ops 7 is the worst performing COD in the United States since 2008. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 was still the fifth best selling game in the United States, though. This makes it the worst performing game since 2008, as I mentioned. Man, franchise fatigue and other options, man. I don't know what's going on, man. That's
When,
deserved, man.
when was the
Black
guy?
Ops Sevens is
When
is
was the?
mid.
Because remember when? And I feel like this is a product of what happened when they were going through the FTC stuff and the CMA stuff around that. But like right when they first announced the acquisition of Activision Blizzard King, like they talked about the potential of pushing COD to biannually. So every 2 years, you get a new COD. And I would like them to do that. I think that is a preference for most people because you do get COD fatigue. I know they've mentioned recently that they're never going to have a back to back same, oh my God, what do you call it? Because we had Black Ops 6, we now got Black Ops 7. So they're never going to have back to back like Modern Warfare, back to back with another Modern Warfare. But I'm like, I feel like you guys need to take a beat and maybe wait 2 years to deliver another COD. And then, yeah, I don't know.
I agree because I feel like, and we got to touch on this. Um, because Xbox fiscal year 26 Q2 highlights, right? Xbox total revenue declined 9% year over year last
Yep.
quarter. Xbox content and services revenue decreased 5%, and Xbox hardware decline was 32% year over year, right? But for the content and services revenue, the decrease to me is the thing where I like raise the eyebrow, because to me they had a really good output of games last year. I think about Doom: The Dark Ages. I think about Avowed, Outer Worlds 2. Forza sold really, really well coming to PlayStation. Even the Indiana Jones, the Gears of War. So to me, I'm like that gotta be mostly because of
Mm.
Black Ops and COD being such a flop that it's
Yes,
making the
I think
rest
they
of the
underperformed. Yeah.
which isn't really good in my opinion. I don't like to see that because it makes as a whole when you look at it, it's like, oh, Xbox, all their games and services is on
Yeah.
a downward spiral, but it's really because this one huge behemoth game that everybody think couldn't fail or couldn't be humbled end up getting humbled and punched. And I got Black Ops 7. I bought it, like I said, for $35 over Black Friday. The disc from Best Buy, and I enjoy it. I got my times where I play it with the bros, and I go in and out. I definitely prefer Battlefield 6, Arc Raiders, and,
Mm.
and I'm waiting for Marathon. But Black
Yeah.
Ops 7, I have a good time on there. It's still the same annoying shit though that I've been complaining about since Vanguard, and I'm not even a COD guy, so I can imagine the people that's there every single year. Still, people spawning behind you, getting spawned behind. Just the way the community play the game, it's to me it's just not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? But I
Mm.
breeze through every now and again with the homies, man. But I think this is needed sometimes. Sometimes you need to have a humbling moment. Start listening to the community more. Really do something fresh.
Yeah.
People always saying, well, what do you want them to do? What do you want them to do? They've been doing this, dude. They've been giving y'all fucking slop for the last 10 years. Y'all just decide to say something now. All these other Call of Duties has been ass too. Y'all just been running out to support them and shit. Now everybody's just choosing not to support it. So everybody's
Mhm.
saying what you want them to do. We want them to do what we wanted them to do 5 years ago. Do something creative. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Dig deep. But it's funny how even, when they quote unquote fall from grace, they still are so better than a lot of other games.
Mm.
Um, you
Yes, it's
know.
still massive. Like it's not a like by COD standards, it's a disappointment, but by other
Yeah,
game
it's
standards, it's
by the game
still
standards,
doing
still a success.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you're comparing itself to itself, yeah, it's pretty shoddy what's going on. Yeah.
But this is the good thing about
What's up,
gaming, man. We
Timo?
Demo, what's good? We were just speaking about you earlier, brother, man. Shout
And
out
how
to
I
you
need to
for,
get
for
on and
sure.
guest on your show.
I was mentioning how I love how you doing the games you never heard of before, like little series, and how you've been putting games on my radar that I haven't heard or seen, and stuff I can just bookmark and check out late for later.
Yeah.
So shout out to the homie for sure. Definitely got to try to make my way back on there, man. Hope everything been good. How has it been where you at, man? Because for me, man, in North Carolina right now, it's a blizzard looking outside, bro. I feel like I'm back in Buffalo, New York, man. And like I said, if anybody watching and dealing with this cold weather, man, stay warm. Hopefully, we can give y'all a little entertainment,
Thanks,
talk
man.
about this news.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Panda
Yeah.
back. I'm sorry because I still got a rant, man. This because I feel like I'm sorry. I'm a little conspiracy theory, bro.
Go.
I'm looking at the Xbox content and services revenue decrease, and I get that. For me, I don't really care because I'm like, what are you doing for me as a gamer? I care about gamer. And as a gamer, I just like, yo, they had a good year. And I'm like, anybody saying otherwise, I'm like, you just can't be gaming, man. And they're gonna have a really good year this year if everything hit. And we already getting release dates. We're gonna talk about what we seen at the direct because you
Yeah.
guys know we wasn't here for that. But even Oblivion remake. I
Mm.
finished that recently. I'm still a Skyrim guy, but that was one of the best selling games last year. Like I
Mhm.
said, Doom was a really good game.
I think
Man,
they shot themselves in the foot with the subscription price going up. We're living in an environment
yeah, that too. That and
whichever
COD
country
combo.
you're in, everyone is feeling the financial stress and pressures going on with every day. And we know that this is a really expensive hobby, but it was just a really dick move to put it up so high. I know that I share my cost with my sister, so it isn't as impactful for me. But there's no family opportunity, no family plan, no nothing like that. So it is hitting people where it hurts around that, and people are looking at sales. So I feel like you're going to start seeing people where they will purchase the game 6, 8. 12 months down the line when it's actually on sale rather than picking it up day one, because no one has just money burning in their pocket to spend willy-nilly like crazy, knowing that games don't always perform well at the beginning and have to be patched
Mm-hmm.
consistently to deliver the experience that you thought you were going to be purchasing day one anyway. So it's really interesting about that. And like, it's indicative. Everyone's feeling it. Every company is
Yeah.
noticing the change, and like people aren't purchasing the way that they used to, and things like that. Um, and it's going to continue happening, considering what's happening within the like market with RAM and CPUs and power
Mm-hmm.
supplies and motherboards in the PC space,
I hope this gen
regardless of what's
stays
going on.
around for a while.
Side of the gaming industry is being impacted, where and it's not a positive light that's being impacted. So
I
I
will
was just
say
gonna
for
say,
Xbox,
yeah, go.
not to cut you off. I say for Xbox, for me easily, I'm not gonna be like subbing the Game Pass for $30 a month. Not Ultimate. If I want to play some games, I'll get premium or the lower tier. For me, I don't mind buying their games. Like, bro, Forza Horizon 5 is a buy worthy fucking game. I've been screaming this from the rooftops forever. Xbox games for me was never not worth buying. I just didn't have to buy it. At $15 a month, that's a steal. Even 20. At 30, fuck no. Because
Yeah.
at 2 months, if in Forza drop, if that's the only thing I'm playing on my Xbox, 2 months in, I done damn near paid off the game just to own it
Mm,
and just renting it. So 3 months in, I'm at $90 and I only been playing Forza since it dropped. So at that
yeah.
point, I get it, or just wait for sales. And
Buy it. Like,
see, my disk drive don't work, but if you got a disk drive on your Series X that work, man, wait for these physical sales, man. Push
yeah,
Xbox to stay physical
you're
as well.
I'm listening to like people who are actually really, and I know it's something you think about and everyone else thinks about. They're actually really considering whether or not Game Pass is still the best gaming and deal, best deal in gaming because of what's happened.
Yeah.
Um, and even I'm looking at this going, what deals do I need to do to still be comfortable paying for Game Pass? Because I am not wanting to solely pay for Game Pass Ultimate by myself, because at the end of the day, I don't think it's worth it when you
I mean,
look
it
at
can be a
every
hot take
other
for me, but
subscription service that you purchase. It's just,
yeah,
yeah, I
I
think.
don't think it's the best deal in gaming. I think it's the best ripoff in gaming. Unless you somebody who game on my caliber, who really knocking out every game that
Hitting
come into
everything. Like,
to.
if you're
But
hitting everything, then
yeah, if you
yes.
hitting everything, then yes. But
Not.
even then, they recycle a lot of games. Like, I mean, and then it's like the games that do come in there. I know people are really happy to
I agree
celebrate
with
them,
that.
but you could grab these games like even for PS Plus, right? You got Resident Evil Village coming in to PS Plus and into Game Pass, Ultimate and Premium and stuff like that. Like, that's cool, but bro, that game has literally been on sale for $15, $19 multiple
Mhm.
times over the last 2-3 years. So a lot of people, like for me, whenever I look at Game Pass, most of the things they got coming in there I already own. Like stuff like
Yeah,
Outlaws, a lot of these games I already own. I already reviewed them, so it's no reason for me. But if it's value in there for you, then I won't knock it. But
I didn't
I
purchase
think for a lot
Star
of people, it's
I waited and I picked it up through Game Pass. But I agree. I feel like everyone is making decisions around how to engage with their hobby on a very personal level, and these businesses they just want to make money, and they're forgetting that the only way they're going to make money is through us as
Mhm.
consumers, and the consumers want fucking change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll get it, man. You make your voice loud, and then I mean, and then even not, man. Like I got, like I said, I don't want to. If you live in a country where things are really hard, then I totally understand. Like if you like in maybe a poorer country or just even hard. But if you're in the United States, I'm tired of the whole I can only afford one platform type shit. Like no, you can't. 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 I don't want to keep buying that from a lot of people. People like if you out here console warring, if you out here just I don't know,
If
depending on
you
how
can,
you approach it.
I mean, if you can only afford one platform, why the
Like
fuck are
maybe you
you
can get that.
crashing every other platform? Because you have no
Yeah,
right to
exactly.
crash any other
Exactly.
platform.
It's like, yeah,
Because
stay in your lane.
yes, you've chosen that platform, but it doesn't make that platform any better than any other platform that exists. you're just making your purchase justifiable and acting like a bully and an asshole in our community because you think that your purchase warrants you to have an opinion that basically disqualifies everyone else's purchase opinion around what they choose to buy and what they choose to play on and the ecosystems they choose to engage with. It's interesting as a whole, but like for me, growing up in New Zealand, and even now, like the way our laws work, and I've talked about this on previous episodes. I'm a bit annoyed around Microsoft's scaling down of physical games. It's not that I don't buy physical games. I predominantly buy digital purchase because it's just ease of use for me. But if I'm looking at a budget where I want to go and like maybe go buy a game on sale, we have this thing here where digital sales aren't allowed to start happening at least 6 months after the game has released online sales because of the fact that they don't want to take away from the physical sales, like the competition there. They don't want the digital sales undercutting physical, but there's hardly any physical now, and we're still being disadvantaged in New Zealand because of this. The way they've decided to do this, it needs to be relooked at because I think physical's almost gone completely for Xbox games. It's very rare that you'll get a physical copy. The only physical copies that are out are old games, and yes, they're going to be worth very minimal. Easy sales on that side, but I have to wait for a very long time if I want to go purchase a game on sale through a digital storefront because of the country I live in, and it's frustrating that I'm impacted that way. And it's not my fault. It's just Microsoft is choosing not to put physical copies out. And
Yeah, that's not good, man. Because I've like I said, I just recently returned to like physical gaming when I got my Switch 2, buying physical games there to save the storage and stuff like that, and the same on my PS5. And I'm already seeing the benefits of physical gaming is huge, man. Like the amount of games I've gotten like for low prices, even collector's editions, I'll be seeing for like $19 or some games. I got this Leatherhead collector's edition that came with stickers and all type of stuff. A little book and a CD with the album for the soundtrack on it, all for $19. So physical gaming is definitely lit, and to see Microsoft take a step away from that is very disappointing. And if you are an Xbox fan and you saying that's not disappointing, you are just a modern Xbox dick sucker. And I'm going to stop sparing these guys because they haven't been around since the roots. If you've been around since the roots of Xbox, why the fuck do you want them to leave from physical gaming? They're the only ones you could pop a 360 disc in, pop an original Xbox disc in. You can't fucking do that with Sony. You can't do that with, a lot of Nintendo games you got to play with emulation online from different generations. Sony, you have to stream their PS3 games. Imagine if you could pop a PS3 or a PlayStation 2 disc into your PlayStation 5. Yeah. That's a huge flex. So the fact that you can do that on Xbox, but Xbox and Microsoft is moving away from physical gaming, bro, that fucking sucks. People should be more vocal about that. That's why I say console warring sucks, because everybody who dick ride one platform, they're so busy hating on and trying to they're so focused on trying to prove that their platform is great and other platforms sucks, right? that they turn blind, that they don't critique anything. And it happens with all three of them. It happens with Nintendo. That's why you got the $80 games. That's why you got them charging $20 for a Mario Wonder improvement, right, and stuff like that. And look, I'm gonna get it if I want because it's fire. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna be crying about it all day, but I'm just pointing it out there. You got Sony. Everybody do anti-consumer things, man.
Oh my god, everybody does it. Yeah.
Nobody. When you dick ride so much, man, you become blind. You can't see what's going on. Stop doing that. Hold these companies accountable on all end, because they all could be better and they all can.
I haven't bought a Switch 2 yet because I'm disappointed with some of Nintendo's decisions. I will eventually, but they weren't getting my dollar day one. Like, I'm going to call it out. Like, I'm a Nintendo fan, so I'm going to call it out. I've been there for long.
I am too. I'm a Nintendo fan too. Look, no,
I've been there way longer than you.
I don't care. I've been on the Switch 2 longer than you, so I got the newest one. And I'm going to glaze it into oblivion. I'm going to glaze it.
I played on the NES, the 64, the GameCube, the Wii, the Wii U, the
I got
Switch.
3 of them. The GameCube and the Wii.
And this
But
is
look,
probably
not to glaze them. I will say Nintendo is holding it down a different level of gaming. Like, I'm gonna be honest. When I
their
play their
IP is
games,
a different conversation.
their system,
Practice
even
is
just
what I'm
the
upset
system as a whole,
Yeah.
right? The Switch 2 is such a fucking unique system to me, man. Like, I love the Joy Cons. I love the Pro. Like, the Pro controller is right there with the DualSense, and I like it more than the DualSense on some aspects, especially when it comes to battery life. I just wish they had like actual triggers and stuff. So when you think about
Yeah.
the racing games that's coming, but
Yes.
this console is really fucking good, man. Like,
It
this is a
a
really
good
good,
console.
and that's why it's putting belt to ass to Sony. When you're like me and you fair, you can go around the whole board and point out the fucking facts without trying to. Just because I love my PS5 Pro and I love that I got the PSSR 2.0 update. I don't give a fuck if you don't like Pisser, nigga. I do, goddamn it, and I can't wait for the update.
Pissing in your
But
puppy
they're getting pure fucking belt in Japan on their home turf, and I've been saying this for the longest. This Nintendo and the Switch is putting belt to Sony because Sony has lost their fucking identity. They've lost the plot. They don't have enough game flow. Like, people, they give an illusion that they got game flow. Nintendo and Microsoft and Xbox both are putting pure belt to Sony with their game output.
They
Like I
are.
said, I love Death Stranding 2, my game of the year. But I'm gonna be honest now. DK Bonanza and motherfucking Metroid Prime.
Yeah, you
You
love
feel what I'm
those.
saying? And Doom. Those
Mhm.
games ain't as far off as motherfuckers wanted to be. And I said them 3 games to me is better than Ghost of Yote. I'm gonna give it a buck. DK Bonanza,
Like,
Metroid Prime,
I have
and Doom.
no issue with the Switch 2 itself. It's just some of the practices that Nintendo talked about when they first announced it that I was like, I'm not going to give you my dollar day one. You'll get it eventually, but you're going to have to earn it. And so I'm still using my Nintendo Switch 1. And I'll call out Xbox, and I'll call out PlayStation, and I'll call out PC.
I'm
I
gonna keep
mean,
it a buck,
that's the
man.
whole point. You gotta polish it out.
Nintendo earned it, because I'm gonna tell you what, this might be the best launch year lineup of games I've ever seen when I really look back on it.
Well, it's
Like I said,
Star Wars
DK
40th
Bonanza, fucking
anniversary, so
Metroid Prime, like that to me. And I know I'm missing something. You got the Pokemon Legends EA. You got Mario Kart World. Yo, what's like that, bro? What's everybody who dick riding Sony? Sit down, sit the fuck down. You got a new console that came out in midway through the year, and their output in this little time frame is incredible.
But you're talking about
So
this really the minority, toxic, crazy fan bases in our communities. Like, for example, the PlayStation ones that are super like toxic ponies, and that's a very small minority within the PlayStation community that are still going on and harping on about console sales, and everyone's like, if that like that has nothing to do with it. It's about IP. You told us for years it was about IP, and now there's no IP. You guys are really quiet. But after that developer direct, everyone's like, "Oh, these games are all coming to our," and it's like, cool. So who's carrying you this year? Xbox is
yeah,
and third party are
like I mean,
carrying you.
I'm excited for. And this is
Oh,
like why I love being a multi-platform gamer,
I will
because
get
you
it into
really
this.
get to appreciate what everybody does. Like, it's not me. I'm not console warring or being trying to be an asshole or anything when I say this, but no, Microsoft. You can say what you want about the hardware. You can say
Mm.
what you want about Game Pass. I am proof of it. I have moved off of the hardware because I'm not about to sit here and keep waiting for you niggas to fix a bum ass DVR system. I'm not gonna keep begging for that all fucking 10
Yeah.
years and shit. I'm not, fuck you guys. When the next Xbox come, I'll be trading my Series X in and I'll be there. But until then, I'll breeze through here and there. I'm not subbing the Game Pass. But if you're talking about video games, the output of video games that Microsoft has had throughout this generation has been really good. They put out some really good games this gen, and this year is going to be no different. They have a like Fable looks fucking amazing.
Amazing.
You know, Forza. I really want to just see straight up Forza gameplay. You know, like
I
I'm
just
really
want to
ready to
fucking
see that.
play
But
it.
we know
It's
it's going to be.
coming
Yeah,
up
I'm
in
ready to play
May. I'm so
it. Ready to
excited.
play it.
So
But man,
excited.
let's
for May.
let's get through this quick news because we're gonna talk
Shit, man,
about it
we're just
right,
gonna
man. Because I want to. We
be a
gotta
really
talk
long
about it, man.
episode apparently with
You know,
just two of
yeah,
us.
yeah,
Continue. Sorry,
yeah. You know,
we're
hey,
derailing
lovely show, man.
myself.
Hey, good flow,
Yeah,
man. You know,
because we've
it's
been away
blizzard
for
outside.
2
You know,
weeks,
you
and
bringing them
Nero
warmth.
and I haven't caught up online or
Yeah,
anything. So this is just
facts.
us.
This is us just getting all together, man.
Yeah,
Loving the community,
yeah.
man. And in general, Spartan, I'm happy that you got those games. I'm playing Hyrule Wars now. I just started it. man, I'm really enjoying it. Really fun so far, man. And I'm playing on hard for my first playthrough, and it's fucking fire. That's why I'm like, yo, Nintendo got some fucking heat over here, man. Miss me with some fucking Yote, bro. You go say Yote is heat, but it's like when it comes to gameplay and shit, I'm like, yo, Sony, y'all got to get more diverse. Y'all got to
I've
get
been
it
trying to
together,
tell
man.
people for years around Nintendo's IPs, but some people are just so Xbox, PlayStation, PC focused that they're like, Nintendo's doing its own thing. I'm like, yeah, it's doing its own thing and it's fucking dominating. It's good.
Even Towerborn, that's something unique. Shout out demo, Xbox definitely carrying. Towerborn look dope as fuck. Thankfully, that's coming to PlayStation. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like people can say what y'all want, bro. No console war, but if Xbox did keep all their games to themselves, man, it'll be dry on PlayStation. I'm gonna be honest. Like you got a lot of good third party games, but these are some really
Got
like
some
quality
great.
games, man. Everything might not be for you, right? You might not care about a South of Midnight. You might not care
You,
about a Towerborn, but it's so much variety from
you've
Xbox. You gotta respect it.
you've got some great games coming through the ID at Xbox program as well that eventually make their way over to other platforms. And some of these devs getting their Game Pass money is allowing them to be able to put their games other places as well and fund that. So there's a lot of good things that Xbox is doing, and people seem to forget that quite easily.
Like I said, my favorite publisher is out, man. I love them, man. They got them keep that heat. Them and Nintendo right now is my favorite publishers. When it comes to diversity, that don't get me wrong, Sony up there too. But like I said, when it comes to keeping that same energy, you got to keep it, bro. I'm not gonna take a break from Xbox and them as a brand and go somewhere and pretend like it's all lovely and nah. Wherever I settle my feet in, that I am a look around. Oh, I'm settling on this pro. Cool. What the fuck can we improve around here? And I look around the inside of my pro. I say, yo, this could be a lot more games than motherfucker. I said, yo, it's kind of. I said, yo, it's kind of empty in here. I said, Wolverine win. I'm like, all right, Sorrow's cool, but
Yeah.
thankfully it's enough. But honestly, man, all jokes aside, it's enough third party bangers out here mixed in with first party games on all platforms that it's enough for everybody to eat.
I
Now,
mean,
some bad news is we got Meta has closed several of its studios, Panda. Now, I wish
yeah.
Lyric was here because Lyric love his Meta, but that includes
Fuck
Twisted
Meta.
Pixel, the Deadpool VR, Sly Cooper
Yeah.
Thieves in Time. That's some of the things they worked on. In the Batman game may not get a sequel.
Yeah, I
That's
don't think
that's
it is. I feel like they've it's kind of rumored that it's been cancelled, but it hasn't been confirmed yet,
yeah.
right? That's what I feel like's been
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah, so it's rumored that the Batman Arkham Shadow sequel is likely canceled after the Meta layoff. So that's never good. UB stock price is down to its lowest point in almost 15 years. It was down 39% one morning alone, and then 95% in the past 5 years. This comes after the company's restructuring, including the cancellation of 6 games, and that includes a lot of the Prince of Persia games.
I'm
Yo,
really
fuck Ubisoft,
disappointed
man.
about
I'm
I'm
gonna
really
be honest.
disappointed about the cancellation of Prince of Persia: Sands and Times remake. Like,
Yeah.
yes, no one was happy with how it originally showed, and those developers went back and worked on it. And I was expecting to hear about it this year, not to hear about it being cancelled. So I'm real fucking pissed off. Ubisoft, you need to sort your shit out. People wanted that
Yeah.
game.
Definitely, man. People wanted a lot of games from Ubisoft, man, and it's disappointing, man. I
Never
tried
getting
to rock with them. I tried to
really
defend them, but they just can't get right. That should be the nickname for them.
have good
Just
night,
just you
Spartan.
be have a good night, Spartan. Always
Take care of
appreciate your
yourself.
support coming through,
Yeah.
man. Love you, man. Appreciate all the support, brother, for sure. Get
Stay
some rest,
warm.
man. Stay warm. Yeah, stay
Mm.
warm, man. Drink some tea. Play this back tomorrow, man. When you shoveling, man. but
Yeah, you might end up seeing Nero teabag live on screen. I'm kidding.
Maybe, man. Possibly, man. Possibly.
Mm.
When a
Talk to
Halo campaign evolve come, I will be teabagging every moment I can
Oh.
in that game.
Honestly, I'm
So yeah,
surprised I don't
I stopped rocking with Ubisoft
say.
when they canceled that Civil War era Assassin's Creed game. To me, that was some cowardly shit. I'm always point that out. That was my point where I was like, "Fuck you guys," because you literally done put a fucking Assassin's Creed in every culture in every area, having people get slaughtered from every culture and everywhere. Just it don't matter. So to not do that, worrying about out backlash and backlash from who? Who are you worried about offending from not wanting to make a fucking game killing Klansmen and the slave owners and shit? Who are you worried about offending?
Oh,
You
it's a
guys
lot
are
of
some fucking
Assassin's Creed
cowards.
Shadows.
So
Um, and I'm
yeah, like
disappointed that they fell into that. Like, just make
you
it
you
fun.
got you got like if you're gonna make me play a black man, right? Like you got me playing Yasuke. I would much rather go around beating up slave owners and people that's been torturing, his kinfolk than to be going around beating up a bunch of Asian women and men. Like, come on. So I'm like, if you're doing that, it's like, what, where are the lines being drawn? It's like that shit is corny. Slop deserve a downfall. They need to go ahead and sell them IPs off to the other the big three, whether Nintendo, Xbox, or anybody can probably do something better than what they got going on, man. And I love Assassin's Creed, but the fall from grace is wild.
Oh, no answer to that. No answer to that.
But going from Slotfest to an actual goaded and peak ass studio, shout out to CD Project Red. The Witcher 1 has sold 10 million and The Witcher 2 has sold 15 million.
Subtitle.
And that's dope. I can't wait for those the remake, which is the remake of 1 they're
Yeah.
working on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be dope, man. Hopefully they sell another 10 million when the remake touchdown. I definitely will
I'm
be there to
so
promote.
excited for the Witcher 1 remake because the first game did not age well and it only ever launched on PC. And if you ever have played the original Witcher game, you understand why they need to do a remake.
Hey, Western NC, man. We NC brothers, man. Yeah.
North Carolina, right?
Yes.
Yes. I'm trying to think where that is on my map. I'm just going to bring it up because I vaguely know where it is on the US map, but I'm like, I'd rather just make sure I had that in my head.
Now this is some good news, man. Like I've been following Marathon, and even before the updates, I always said Marathon looked at mad intriguing to me. I've been standing on that since I seen it, and I won't lie, but the improvements they made is like night and day. And I was already a fan of what I was seeing, the art style, the aesthetics they're going for, right in the atmosphere. But the improvements is just to me looking incredible. But we got a lot of details over the last 2 weeks when we wasn't here, but Marathon will have a free loadout, just like Arc Raiders. If you play Arc Raiders, aka Peak Raiders, it's a really good game. I love it. The free loadout aspect in that is just really dope. You know, you load in with a starter kit. You join the match that's in progress.
Sarah's going to be consistently playing the rookie.
I'm definitely gonna be playing a rookie, man. I'm definitely gonna be playing a rookie,
trolling people, like
everybody.
fucking them up.
Yeah, I'm just trolling them, man. Trying to build up that arsenal, man. So then when I load in with my friends and Guilt Trip Panda into getting it, we can just have a lot of gear, man. We can just go in
I
and
mean,
screw
you
people
might be
over.
able to guilt trip me into getting it, to be honest. Yeah.
Hey, you can never replay The Witcher 3 too many times. With the rumored DLC that's coming, I'm about to replay it too, Razor. So I'm about to
I actually
replay
need
it.
to finish my
And
current play.
I never finished the Blood and Wine DLC.
There you go.
I finished Hearts and Stone. That's a really good DLC. But they
Blood
say
and
Blood
Wine
and Wine is another level.
peak. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to finish my current playthrough. I have tried. It took me 4 attempts to play The Witcher 3 because it's one of those games where you realize it's like all encompassing with your time. Same with 3 attempts to play. Oh my god! Why can't I think? Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some games I just need like to start multiple times, and then once I get into it properly, instead of just like I'm trying it, then I'll sit down and like smash it out. Yeah.
Now this is what I found interesting, man, because I like seeing. Now this can be considered a bad game from a lot of people perspectives. I haven't played it, but it do look intriguing to me, and I do want to check it out, just not for full price. Um, Pokemon Legends ZA has sold over 2.6 million physical units in Japan on the Switch 1 and 2. And that's just in Japan. And that's just physical units. So we don't know how many digital units and physical it done sold worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Look at that attachment rate. You know, everybody talk about these consoles being out here and how many floating around. That's what I like to see. Look at them games. Look at them games selling, man. You know, you can
Yeah.
say it's ass all you want. Hey, it's being sold and it's being played, man. So shout out to the Pokemon fans who bought and played that game. I'm gonna check it out, just not for full price. And I heard they did some like BS with the DLC, and so I got to look into that and see how much everything gonna come out to. But if Gen 10 is on the Switch, is a Switch 2 exclusive, man, it's gonna be a massive Switch system seller, man, for sure. Um, fuck Amazon. You know, they laid off a lot of workers, and I'm like, everybody all I seen was articles from sun up to sundown
What did how
when
many?
Xbox and Microsoft
14,000?
laid off workers.
How many did they just lay off?
Man, was
Just
it like 15,000 or something like that?
I
It
was
was a
like,
good amount.
holy crap.
Yeah.
People bitching about Microsoft laying people off, and Amazon's like, bitch, hold my beer.
Yeah. Don't speak too soon, man, because you don't never know when Microsoft.
I
You
mean,
might jinx
true,
it,
that's
and
true,
come
but like,
Tuesday,
I'm just
they
saying, like
laying off
these massive
10K.
companies, it's not just a Microsoft problem,
Yeah.
and people just seem to just hold them to a different level when you're like, it's also
Yep.
Amazon, it's also
Yeah.
Google, it's also Apple, it's also like
None
all
of
these.
them are your friends and allies, man. You just gotta reap what you can from them, enjoy the
Mm,
products and games and stuff, and do what's best for you as a consumer. But you know, white knighting for them when
yeah,
they
yeah.
don't give a damn about the people that's working and waking up every morning from them. They show you every day, show you
Well,
every year. They don't care
I mean,
about
we're
that.
bitching about Amazon, but what I am just going to say very quickly, because I feel like that was the topic you were eventually getting to, was I was pleasantly surprised to see who was playing Lara Croft in the new Tomb Raider series that Amazon is making. So Sophie Turner, who was in Game of Thrones. Yeah, I know there's a little bit of controversy online. Some people like her, some people don't. But I'm like, first off, it's just a screenshot of what she looks like dressed up. Like, we will wait and see how the show actually turns out. But I'm excited. I love Lara Croft, and I'm like, any excuse. Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, Greg said if
Would
Ubisoft
be me.
made The Witcher, it would be hated. Hell no, it would be. I mean,
Ubisoft made The
it's
Witcher.
funny.
We
It's
probably
already
wouldn't
a bunch
get
of
The
question
Witcher
marks in that
3.
Witcher map.
There probably
Yeah,
wouldn't be a Witcher 3.
yeah, it wouldn't, man. Uh, Marvel Rivals crossed 200K concurrent players on Steam after adding Deadpool. That was the highest player count in over 8 months. That and Arc Raiders is doing a really good job at keeping
Yeah.
its players seemingly. Um, yeah, and a week after talking up the Division 3, creative director Julian Girardi has left Ubisoft for EA's Battlefield studio. It's been confirmed. I personally worked that into flourishing myself after seeing the Division 3 news. I said he's wasting his time. Come over to Battlefield. We need all hands on deck. And he left the company as he should. The downfall of Ubisoft should be studied. And all could be forgiven if they give us Watch Dogs 1 remake, but have to make it look on par,
What
but
they
still three
promised,
times
eh?
better than what they original promised.
Feel
Yes,
like the Division One, the
they
way
owe
that
that.
that showed, and that didn't deliver, and I feel like Division Three needs to deliver on what Division One didn't deliver.
Mhm.
But
They're the
I mean, I
king of
love
downgrades, man.
it.
But now
It's
but in the
all
same vein,
marketing.
they do push good tech though sometimes. Like on the
Yeah,
technical and impressive scale, Assassin's Creed Shadows, I have to be fair, is a very impressive game
yeah.
graphically.
Countdown.
Um,
What's the countdown for, Spartan? I thought you were heading out for the
oh
night.
man, yeah, right. Spartan done double
3,
back in the parking lot, man. It
2,
snowed in,
1.
man. He tried to head
He
out.
can't leave. He's like, the only thing that's working is my internet.
Yep, only thing that's gonna keep us here, man. Keep
All
us
right.
connected.
Okay, where are we next? I don't know. We've got lots of random little things that we haven't had a chance to talk over the last 2 weeks, so you're just hearing it come out
Yeah.
now.
Thank you again, Spartan. Another 5, man. At this point, most of our subscribers is gonna be members when it's all said and done, man. Much love again, man. Arc Raiders is now issuing perma bans to cheaters. That's
Yes,
awesome. We always
motherfuckers.
love to
Sorry,
see that. Yep.
but
And I found this
finally,
funny. I
oh,
found this funny, right? In 1998, Marvel offered Sony the rights to almost all its characters, including Iron Man, Thor, Black Panther, and Ant-Man, for 25 million. Sony countered with 7 million for just Spider-Man, saying no one cares about the others. Imagine that's an L. And you know they did the K-pop Demon Hunters thing. Didn't they sell that to Netflix? Idiots. My daughter
so
loved that little fucking
no,
show.
it was not sold to Netflix. Like, they had a deal with Netflix to deliver it. What
Mm.
they did do was they didn't think the music was going to do anything, and so they didn't
Oh.
keep the music rights, and someone else
Mm.
delivered it, and they earned all the royalties from the music that went off. And Sony basically could have had so much money but they chose to not do it. So they shot themselves in the foot around the music royalties and the rights for K-pop Demon Hunters. Stupid. Just saying.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's crazy, man. Sweet
Sweet
dreams,
dreams,
Spartan,
everyone.
man. We appreciate you, man. Yeah, man, that's big bag Spartan. Yo, look, Grizz funny as hell, man.
Big bag
Something is
Spartan.
yo,
Yeah.
Grizz is one of the funniest people we got, man.
Love it.
Big bag
Love it.
Spartan, man. Stop playing, man. And the
Love
real Spartan is on the way, man. Can't wait for Halo this year, man. Super excited. Battlefield 6 delayed the release of season 2 and RedSec. It's now coming February 17th. They extended the launch to allow for extra time to further development and refine season 2 as they claim. I know what they not fucking redefining, right? I know what they not redefining. Them fucking prices in that egregious store. Just fucking taking all people money. You want to delay seasons, but you're not delaying them packs that's rotating in there. I hate this. I'm
Mm.
so tired of Diablo. Call it. Well, I can't. I don't buy. I don't really play COD enough to call it out. But I'm so sick of these games that charge you $70 to get in, and then when you go to want to look at skins and stuff for in the game,
It's like
like it's like
$50 for a
fees.
skin.
But I will say I got a lot of cool shit in Battlefield 6, and I haven't spent a dime on it outside of buying it day one. So I mean, I have earned. You play the game, it seems you get a lot of stuff. But I'll be there. I mean, I think I'm heading out of town. I'll be on vacation during that week, so fuck them. They should have dropped it sooner.
End of Feb, is that the one you're talking about?
Yep. I
Yeah,
might have a
yeah.
day or two to check it out initially, but uh,
Mm.
yeah. And then, man, lastly, for quick news, man, Metroid Prime series producer Kensuke Tanabe, hope I pronounced that right, which I know I didn't, has reportedly confirmed he's retiring from Nintendo after 40 years, and
So
Metroid
good.
Prime 4 would be his last Nintendo title. Man, a lot. I've been seeing a lot of Nintendo execs hang it up, but a lot of these guys have been 30,
They've been
40.
at 40 years in the
They
industry.
yes, man, he
Due to
deserved his
retire.
break. Yeah, man, I'm gonna be honest. Thank you, first of all, thank you, sir. Because like I said, go check out that Metroid Prime review after this, you guys, and just drop a like. It helps with the algorithm. Comment a
Yeah.
little comment or something. It helps keep the video floating and rotating. But
Mm.
man, yo, that is a really good game, man. Like I said, I got a little critique about it, but outside of that, man, it is a
The
really good
original
game.
Metroid, yeah. Gone back and
And I
played some of the
bought and I bought a book for like $30 off of there. It's a big book, and it got all the artworks in there, and it got some of the histories about Metroid Prime.
Mm.
And I got remastered. It was $40, so I'm gonna play that too. I'm a fan because it
Yeah.
gives me really good Halo vibes. That's why I say we need more games like that. Because I love Halo, bro, and we don't get like it's rare we get really good like single player story driven first person shooting games, right?
Yeah, it is. It
You think of
is.
something like Doom. That's why I love Doom, and it's one of my favorite games from last year as well. That's why I'm excited about a new Wolfenstein and that series as a
Mm.
whole. Halo, man, campaign evolved. I know a lot of people want multiplayer and shit, but man, look, we're being thrown multiplayer slot back to back. We got big kings falling from grace like Call of Duty and getting humble. Let them cook. Let them cook with the multiplayer, and I would take these
Yeah.
campaigns evolve in there, adding prequel missions and extra missions and stuff like that to give more and deeper lore, which I absolutely love, man. So I'm all for that. I love good sci-fi shooters, man, and good sci-fi
Mm.
games anyway. That's why I love Mass Effect, man. So
It
shout
is
out to
like
him, man.
one of my peak gaming franchises. Like that Mass Effect trilogy, chef's kiss. Anyone who
Yep,
says otherwise, it's dead to me.
definitely. We got also Final Fantasy VII remake Intrigate hit the Switch 2 and Xbox, sitting at an 89 and 90 Metacritic on both, I believe. And it's only $40, man. And it had an update as well. Yo, check this out. I think it was eighth or ninth best selling on Xbox, which is really good. And I think it was number one on Nintendo in the eShop and sold about 20 something K. So this is really good. And the reason I'm highlighting this is because it was dumb in the beginning to only be trying to work with Sony anyway, but they had to learn that the hard way. Keeping games from other platforms. If you're not them, then it makes no sense. Now if you are Sony or if you are Microsoft or if you are Nintendo, do what you want with your games, guard them, use them to your advantage, how you want to, move accordingly. But if you're a third party, man, look, it ain't worth these little Illuminati backdoor blood contract deals y'all be signing, man. It don't be worth it, man. Put your games everywhere. Let people support it. It's good to see the game selling well, and it's only $40, and that's I really like that. You know, you
Yeah.
had people complaining about Avowed being $50 for PlayStation, but it was 70 day one on Xbox. Dude, the game has been out for a year now, and in Final Fantasy case, it's been out way even longer. So yeah, it should be $40. It should be $30. I think every game I feel like if you do time exclusives when you come to the next platform, there's no way you should be charging that next platform full price day one.
Yeah.
So shout out to Silent Hill 2. They had a deal. I know. I think it's a lot of games that came recently that had lower prices than what they were day one. So that should be the floor. That should be the standard. Um, with that
Yeah.
being said,
I know we're
let's
about
get
to
into
go
this.
into our next lot of topics, but I just want to say a quick
Mhm.
shout out to everyone who's watching live, who's going to watch after the fact. We appreciate you guys, and we love talking about gaming, and it's just always great to engage with you in the chat or after the show in a party chat or anything like that. So yeah, hit us up. We're always ready and waiting. It's up to you maybe. What did Demo say? I got Integrate, I loved it, and it comes with OG Final Fantasy VII. Ooh. It's also Xbox like Play Anywhere. So even better. Yeah, that is a good call out. That is a
Yeah.
really good call out. And people don't give Xbox Play Anywhere um, enough kudos there. What's up, Sly Crow? Good to see you. Yeah, thank you
So,
everyone for
Pro.
joining us. Appreciate it. I'm just going to move us over. I'm hoping this is going to work, and if it doesn't, I'll just bring up a static image. But we're about to start talking about the developer direct, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's see if it likes me. All right. We'll see how this goes. Okay. What were your thoughts, obviously? Because I watched it live. I mean, I didn't watch it live. I watched it after the fact because I was at work. Why do I have a day job? No idea, when I should just be gaming all the time. But what was your take on the developer direct? Because we saw 4 games. So
Hmm.
we saw obviously it started off with Forza Horizon 6. We saw um, Beast of Reincarnation, we saw Kiln, and then we ended with Fable. How do you feel? Because obviously we've
We
had a
can go
few developer
through
directs.
we can go through them each one by one, right? We can
Yeah,
go
we're going
one by
to. But like, what was your overall take
one.
on the
My
show?
overall take was thank you, because I don't what it's nothing else really,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I always love, like, anytime I get a state of play, a fucking Nintendo Direct or anything from Xbox, the first thing I want to do is say thank you, because I love gaming and I love seeing more of anything. And we also
Mm,
had a trash showcase. What was it? The I can't even remember the name of the showcase to start the year.
that's
It
right,
was
man.
some YouTube content creators that tried to make it all about themselves. I forget the name, but they need to get humbled and figure it out. But overall, I thought it was really dope, man. I always like hearing more from the developers behind the scenes and hearing how things is
Yeah,
made. I do wish I just got more of a more than a vertical slice of gameplay for just specifically Forza,
just want it in my
especially since
hands.
it's coming so soon. But it is gonna be here soon, so it don't matter. We got a release date. For me, I love the release dates in the windows.
I
For
mean,
me, that was
to be
that was the
honest,
biggest thing.
every time we see gameplay, right, of like Forza Horizon, it's always about 6 months before release. So knowing it was going to be at this developer direct, knew that it was going to be launching in the first 6 months of the
Hmm.
year. So it wasn't going to be its usual one down the end where it launches later in the year. And so it was nice because I know you were like, when are we going to see gameplay? And I'm like, it's coming and it won't take long to launch. But yeah. We're going to start off with Forza Horizon 6, right? I enjoyed the developer direct. I've spoken to a few people who have different opinions around specific games and such, and kudos to you for those opinions, but we're here to
Hmm.
listen to Nero and mine today. If
Yeah,
you
for
want to
sure.
listen to our opinions.
I,
Whether
I,
we're
I
right or
overall
wrong,
enjoyed
whether
it
you
though. Don't
agree or
don't
disagree,
I really
agree to
enjoyed
disagree.
it though, Panda,
Yeah,
as a whole.
I
Not
know.
like because I mean, like I said, I just always want to see more and just want to know. And I
Yeah,
just feel like it's a good way to start the year, man. First month of the year, you start with like, hey, we got this coming. I really enjoyed it. Now, Forza to me, I mean, come on, man, it's Forza, man. I just need it in my hands. I wish it was coming day one on the PlayStation, but them waiting. because like I
Yeah.
said, I might just I'd probably end up buying it twice. Or I might just wait. I might just wait for it to come to PlayStation because I do have a lot to fucking play right now.
Yeah.
Plus the other games that I'm buying leading up to come to May, I may be good. Or I might let. I feel like it should be in premium, man. I feel like certain games should be in Game Pass Premium too, man. But having a, I don't. I just the $30, man. I'd be like, I might as well just own the game. If my disc drive worked, I would easily buy the game for sure,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
physically. But
Well, this
it
was.
looked
I
great.
mean, there was lots shown, and if you do want to have another look at something else, another video to watch about Forza Horizon 6 is Boba Fett Gaming put out a good video on his channel about it because he's super hyped about this game, and I don't blame him. Like, people are like, oh, it's just another Forza Horizon game. What are they doing different? I'm like, I don't think you understand how much people love Forza Horizon. I don't care if it's not massively different from the other ones. They just seem to deliver a constant quality experience for a driving game that is semi simulation and semi arcade racer, and it's a great middle ground where people get to kind of dive in and as much as they want, or just dip their toe in. Like, you have a choice around how much you want to get involved in Forza Horizon, whether you want to casually play it, whether you want to play it with friends, whether you want to go down the rabbit hole of doing everything that you can with the cars.
They added a
Um,
lot of cool stuff, man.
yes,
Like the
like the fact that
meetups
there's
now, official
yeah,
meetups, man.
yeah,
There's the city and town. Look, now I would say one critique for me is I want to see more traffic and I want to see smart traffic. I get that you got
yeah.
your friends and stuff online, but that was one of my kind of critiques with the original Forza and even with Need for Speed Unbound. I want my world to feel lived in because it's not like you got a lot of walking NPCs. So the least you can do is add a lot of unique looking cars and stuff
At
in
least
there.
a filter where you can like adjust for yourself how many cars you want on, like how much traffic you want.
Game starts. Yeah, you should definitely have a traffic slider. That'd be amazing. A traffic slider is genius,
I feel
Panda.
like
They need to get
that
you on the phone.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like there was a
don't know why I
traffic
haven't.
slider in one of the original like Need for Speed like underground
Mm,
games. Um,
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
like Crow
100%.
said, man, Forza has one of the best car customization and community support.
Mm,
They got a really good community over there, man. Forza is great, and I like how it start too. You start humble, you start, you got to work your way up. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like that you don't just start with top tier best cars and stuff. You got to start with something humble. Get
100%.
invited to the legendary island and stuff like that. It seemed like a lot of gameplay, and they always have had a lot of gameplay and a lot of things to do. It's just gorgeous, man. It's beautiful. I just, I can't wait to get it in my hands.
The fact that we've got 550 cars at launch, which is fantastic. There's going to be more cars coming around.
And I
Like,
also want
listening,
them to get this to the Switch. Not to cut you
I
off. I think all games need to get
yes,
over to the Switch.
I was listening with some really good quality gaming headphones because I just bought myself a new gaming headset.
Mhm.
Um, and when they talked about the improved audio effects, I was like, fuck not playing with headphones on this game. Because the moment I listen to it standardly versus what I listen to with audio, like my headset on, night
Mhm.
and day, I was like, you can definitely tell the improved audio effects. It's just more Forza Horizon. And I love Forza Horizon so much as a series. Um, like, the first time I played it, I played a demo of the original game on the 360 store, and then I bought it, and then I got introduced to Forza Horizon 2, which is still my favorite Forza Horizon, is number 2, which is set partly in Spain and partly in France. And then I loved 3 set in Australia, 4 in the UK, and 5 is my second favorite by far, set in Mexico. Um, and this being in Japan, we've been waiting for Japan for what feels like forever, and you just know that there's just going to be drifting meats and everything, and the car culture in Japan is just on another level. And I feel
Mhm.
like if you are a car enthusiast or just love that in general, this if you've never touched a Forza game before or a Horizon game before, this is probably a great stepping point to jump in
Yep.
and test it out, because to be fair, it's really hard to um, to deliver anything more than what they're delivering, because they're actually just competing against themselves at this point around the quality, the quantity, everything else. They're always competing against themselves for the last game, because no one is actually delivering what Playground Games is delivering with the Forza Horizon series on the level that they're delivering it on. Everyone just kind of is trying to reach that, but they're not quite getting
Yeah,
there.
man,
Yeah.
they're untouchable, man. They're them
Mm,
guys, man. When it comes to
yeah.
doing what they doing, man, they don't miss, man. Like I said, I'm really excited, man. I just know it's gonna be an amazing game, amazing product, and I probably will buy it twice, man. And I really won't probably feel too much shame about it. I might redeem some reward points if I got to,
Yeah.
because they got cross progression, which is awesome.
Oh,
So whatever I do on my Xbox when I get on my PlayStation and I buy the physical version for it over there, I'm gonna be able to pop have the same support, pop trophies, pop achievements. They did a really good job with it with the Gears Reloaded.
and
Every
I think
time I
that's the
pop the trophy on my PlayStation, I got a notification on my Xbox app.
But I think that's such an
Like that's
important
dope.
important thing to have, that cross progression, regardless
Hmm.
of what
That
platform
play
you're
anywhere.
on. That you can buy another copy of that game on that platform and pick up right where you left off. And I feel like it's so nice to see the industry has gotten to that point. There are still obviously games that are kind of like staying in their little gated communities, I want to say, um, but for the most part, gaming is beyond platform now. It's like, if I want to have this game, I want to take it anywhere I can take it, and that means I also want my saves to go everywhere with me, and that's what you need. That's as a bare minimum. That's what we should all be demanding from these developers when you're dealing with games like this. Oh,
Yep,
you could.
I agree. And also just to read off a couple quick little points that I highlighted. The cover car is a GRT GT.
Yep.
Seasonal changes across Japan, over 550 cars at launch. You got cars to collect, houses, landmarks, customizable garages, which is a new, I believe. You got unique body kits for all cars, liveries on windows and customization, new tire wear modeling, new rare
Mm-hmm.
aftermarket cars to collect, improved audio effects, which is crazy because Forza Horizon 5 already had ray trace audio, which was a first for a racing game, and that was highlighted. It seemed like just yesterday I was watching the overall review and preview for Forza Horizon 5 before it launched. So this is dope, man. It's definitely a full circle moment. Um, yeah, and now they got it. You can build and decorate a large estate for yourself, and your friends can come see it, which is really dope. Like we said, you got car meetups out in the open world, fully multiplayer, custom buildings, and collab. So yeah, man, Forza Horizon is looking like an absolute banger. It's definitely gonna be one of the highlights of this year, and can't
And
wait for it to get here.
I just also want to call out to those who have been acting as detractors around this game, around some of the stuff that they're putting into the game, around like being able to have your own like compound that you kind of whatever develop. You don't have to do that, right? If you're not interested in it, you don't have to do the play lab stuff. If you just want to play at its core what Forza Horizon is, you can, and that's the great thing about this game being open world and kind of letting you do whatever the hell you want. Um, yeah, fuck, I can't wait. I can't wait. I think I might either take a day or a day off when it launches, and just jump right in. We'll see. We'll see. Because I'm definitely taking
Yeah,
time off Fable. Like, ain't no freaking way I'm going to work the
yeah.
day Fable
I
releases.
I actually want you to lead into this topic since it's next, Panda. Go crazy about Fable. I got a lot of details in there.
Oh,
Please feel free to read most of those
oh.
details out to
All
the
right.
audience, so we
I
can have a
will.
real
I
in-depth
will.
view.
This
Take
was
over.
my highlight of the fucking showcase was Fable, because and we've talked about this in the past, that is the whole reason I game on Xbox. That was one of the first games I was introduced to on the OG Xbox, fell in love with it, wanted to continue playing it, and then my sister got me a 360 and got me Fable 2 on there, and I bought a physical copy of Fable 1 because it was backwards compatible and you could play the original Fable on there. Played Fable 3, played Fable Anniversary. I even played the Kinect version, which was awful on that Kinect game that Fable did. I even was in the beta. I don't know if you want to call it a beta for Fable Legends, where and then I was heartbroken when Lionhead Studios closed down, and then to kind of see, knowing that Playground Games was picking this up, and I just want to call this out because the actual engine, the Turn 10 Studio engine, well, the Forza engine, whatever you want to call it, Forza Tech, isn't designed to deliver a game like Fable. So they have had, and this is why the game's been in development for so long, they have had to work on building certain features into the engine to deliver an experience that Fable can deliver, because they know the engine. Why make them go work on another engine they don't know? They already know the engine, but they've built things in so that they can deliver this game. But if you're a hardcore Fable fan, you've still got the British comedy, and they're still focusing on your choices and consequences, and obviously the action and the drama in that space, which I think is fantastic. Like, lots of things that people had questions about, this was able to resolve most of those questions. I am a little bit sad about the fact that you're not going to have horns or a halo, but I'm not sad enough to go it's make or break for me, because when you think about it, the way that they talked about, so you might have this reputation in this one town, but then you go and you could start a completely new reputation. If you go and play the original Fable games, because you visually displayed good or evil, you were treated differently. Didn't matter if you'd ever been to that town before or not, people were afraid or loved you. And so I like the fact that it's not black and white. We're going to be living in the grey. And there's a lot of things that they're doing in that space. Like, you begin as a child, like you do in the original 3 Fable games, growing up Briar Hill. I'm excited about that. Your village apparently is turned to stone. So, like, your grandma, I think it is, or your mum, I have to gets turned to stone. And obviously, as a child, you realize you're a hero. Obviously, I love the fact that they're leaning into the fairy tale aspect, and they went in and they found, like, in the old archives around what Fable is. It's a fairy tale at the end of the day. It's at its core. It's not a fantasy. It's a fairy tale. And you can see them delivering that. What was that? That over that forest one where they've got these gigantic mushrooms and things like that. And it's just so, I guess, over exaggerated. Like, when you think about Alice in Wonderland and that sort of stuff, like the oversized vegetable patches, all of this stuff is kind of just, it's like they really, really took what Fable was and were like, we're going to deliver our version of Fable for a new generation. And I know one of the biggest questions I had was around what are they going to do? Because the first game, the setting in the first game, obviously, where you go into the Heroes Guild, then 500 years later, you get the second Fable. And then 50 years later, you get the third Fable based on the timeline. And I was like, what are you going to do? Because by the time you got to the third Fable, you're living in an industrial revolution type situation. I'm so glad that they've kind of wiped the slate clean and sort of starting again with what Fable is. And I want to see what they deliver, hopefully, in the next Fable. It's going to be fully open world, seamless. Like, you'll be able to go into houses, like you could in the last game, buy everything. This is the greatest thing. So I bought every property in Fable 3. I bought every business, every house. I went ham. I had so much money, and I love that that's coming back into it. Like, the fact that you could get and I don't know if they haven't confirmed any of this, the fact that you could get an STD in this game by not having safe sex, like, fucking funny. Like, and I hope that makes its way into this game.
Yeah, I hope that darkness is there.
That sort of stuff. Like, you're living in a world, and they kind of made that happen. Like, you can get married, you can multiple times. You could have a wife in one location and a husband in another location, and they might never find out about each other. But in Fable 2, was it Fable 2? Yes, Fable 2, my 2 partners found out about each other, and then they left me, and they were living in 2 different towns. So you can just be a bigamist, you know, like you could just have some fun, like getting a job. Like these are key staples that were in the original game. Like if you want, I would sit there and I'd pour beer to make money initially when you're starting, or like create swords or chop wood just to make money because that's what you really needed initially to start off. You could have children. You could do whatever you wanted around that side of things, and so things that made Fable very uniquely Fable is in here, and I think it's great for returning Fable fans, but it's also great for new
All right,
fans
not
with
not
never.
everything is in there. Not everything is in there. I really
That's
would have
true,
loved
not
having that
everything,
dog.
but I've still,
I really would have
yeah,
loved having that dog. And
I
I
would have
also think
liked it as a
I think
option.
being evil would have been dope if it reflects how you look. Like if I'm being a slut, having a bunch of kids, and being a backstabby landlord, you know, make me look the part, make me start going downhill, looking rough. And like I said, a pet would have really been dope because I think if I have kids and I got a bunch of kids and a wife, I want to have a dog there too.
I think I would have liked that
Small, but
as it being optional in the sense of, see, sometimes having a pet in Fable 2 and Fable 3 was really great, and other times I would have just loved to have like left them at home and done
Mhm.
stuff without my dog around. And so hopefully it means that Fable 2, when they do a new Fable, they'll put the pet in it. It might be later on down the line, who knows. Yeah, the morality system, the fact that all NPCs are different, I like that. I hated seeing just copy and paste NPCs around that. Um, I'm going to love seeing the ramifications that come from your decisions because that is inherently Fable through and through. Like there was a decision, and I feel like Fable 3 where there was an orphanage and you could keep it as an orphanage or you could turn it into some oh no, it was a brothel, and you could keep it as a brothel, or you could turn it into an orphanage. And so there was lots of interesting things in that space, or there might have been this beautiful and that's like the game changed based off your decision. There was this beautiful wooded area, and I can't think of what it's called at the moment. Something peaks,
Mm.
some mountain peaks location thing, and you could choose to keep it as is, or you could choose to basically just chop all the trees down for the resources, and then it looked like a massive scar on the land because you basically destroyed this beautiful wonder, and it was permanently like that based on your decision. I think for me though, the biggest takeaway, and I know I'm talking a lot, guys, was just
No
seeing
such
that it's
thing as
clearly,
talking a lot on a
yeah,
podcast.
yeah. It just clearly you
No
can see
such
that it
thing.
still needs optimization. It clearly still needs to be optimized. What we saw was what 4K
Yeah,
30.
yeah.
I do have faith in them to deliver a 40 or 60 FPS mode for this game because it's playground
Oh,
game.
I got it on the pro. They're gonna do it on the pro. I don't know about the regular ones. Yeah.
But
Ah,
I have hope because like this is
Playground
it's
is
the
usually really good with optimization.
right, and they're usually really good at optimizing towards
Yeah.
the end and delivering on that. We've got a whole heap of ex Fable devs working there, as well as you've got some ex Witcher devs working there and other things like that. I'm excited for the combat. I love the combat around like will, range, and strength. Around that, or will, skill, and strength. I'm trying to think of what. I don't know if they're going to call them that. But yeah, this, I know someone was complaining about the potential spoiler about one of the characters and what happens in the world with him based on your decision. And I'm not going to say it because you might not have watched it. But I'm like, that'll be really early on in the game, and it'll only be a minor thing in the sense of like, this is what they're willing to tell you. What are they not willing to tell you?
Yeah.
So what are you
Shout
going to
out to shout out to the homie Umber. He had a really funny post, man, that I agree with, man. That walk is very sassy. I hope we have options for walks because the way they had that male walking and strutting down there, I was seeing one thing from the back, and then I look up, and that's the top half of his body. Is telling me I'm fighting and conflicted with myself. Now I'm just playing, but yeah, man. Hopefully they have walks, man. That was a goofy looking walk, man. And shit, for
do you
Starfield had
maybe
walks, so
there was a brothel part in the last chapters, but there was also a brothel in Fable 3. Um And do you think Fable should have been cell shaded, or do you like? I like the modern look. I did like some of the over exaggerated cartooniness of the original Fable stuff. Yeah. Uh, I'm just excited. I'm super excited for Fable. I can't stress enough how excited I am. I had been spouting this since it got announced that you weren't just going to be playing that female character. They haven't announced that there would be other playable characters around that, but it's predominantly like the first Fable game was a male character, the second game introduced to male female, third game male female, and I was not surprised. I had 100% faith in them that they were just showing this one character as the initial marketing piece, that you were going to have more than one character to play. And people are like, oh, they added it in just because of the backlash. I'm like, no, they won't have, because Fable is inherently about choice. And that starts with the character you choose to play with and role play with. And that is where people seem to forget that aspect. And they were bitching and moaning for no reason. And if you're a true Fable fan, then you knew what was coming down the line. So I'm glad that they showed that off to kind of quell that rumor and basically put that to bed, because there were some people who just were bitching and moaning for no reason. Sorry,
Yeah.
go. I probably haven't talked about everything on our list of stuff to list, but
good.
go on. What are your thoughts on Fable? Because how much of Fable have you played? Have you played the original 3?
I think I started them, man. I didn't play them when they launched, so they are aging horribly. So they don't.
Number
To
2
me, they
is
don't feel
best.
good.
Aged
Yeah, that's what I
poorly.
hear. I
Aged
tried to go back, and I
poorly.
was like, nah.
I wouldn't
just
go
wait.
back and play it unless you love Fable, like you love it, because it hasn't aged well.
Yeah, I'm fine with just waiting a little bit. But I thought it looked good, man. Like I said, a little more optimization is probably needed, but I didn't know. I couldn't tell if that was the stream or the actual game. I think Digital Foundry, you said it was the game, so it just looks good, man. I can see myself living in that world, and I love worlds that I can live in. That's why I love Cyberpunk. That's why I love Starfield. That's why I love Skyrim. I love RPGs where I can just live and settle down in that world. So the fact that you can actually live in this world and take it even further, become landlords and all this, that, and the third, I'm happy about that, man. It looks really good. I'm excited to be there. I have no complaints. Just another banger on the way.
Yeah, I can't stress enough. It told me everything I wanted to know about it without telling me everything I also want to experience. So I can't wait to jump into it. You've still got Balverines, which is fantastic, which is like a werewolf. You still have kicking chickens and such, and so you've still got hobs, and hobs are just a pain in the ass because they're just annoying little guys. But like, the game is designed to inherently not take itself or the franchise itself not take itself too seriously, while also having very serious proponents and story beats in it. And so it's such a great game around how it contradicts itself at every point, but in a really endearing and positive thing. The only thing I do want to know, and this is what I really want to know around one of the missions thing, and I don't think they'll tell us because they never tell us that, is I want it to be in here, if anyone knows about it. Like, so in Fable 2, there were gargoyles, and they were rude to you. In Fable 3, you had evil gnomes, and so you'd walk around the map and you'd hear these guys shouting insults at you. And so you'd go and they were a collectible item, like shoot them because there's like 50 in the game. So they're all over. But some of the things that they said to you was insane, especially based on the type of like hero you had. So if you're a female hero, they spoke to you very condescendingly. If you're a male hero, they spoke to you also condescendingly. If you had chosen to put on weight, because you can do that, like you can make yourself really fat or really skinny, and so they would talk to you based on some of the choices you like, if you were too good or too evil, and so everything kind of played out that way. Like, I remember, what was it, female hero, and one of the things they said to me was like, "Are you lost? Can we help you find the kitchen?" And I was like, I fucking love it.
Yeah, I
So
definitely
good.
need that dark type humor. I won't lie, if I do play the game and end up beating it, and it's not like a lot of dark moments and just dark humor in there, I probably would be a little disappointed. So, but
Well,
you
I
know,
do
it
you know
could be
what?
there.
Because what was it? We were talking about Fable a couple of years ago, and I said how disappointed I would be if this game came to PlayStation. I think, and I have had a change of thought around that, and change of heart around that. And the reason why I've had a change of heart is really because
Grifter.
not grifting. I actually sat down and I thought about this properly around why I didn't care because it's
Mhm.
launching day one on PlayStation 5 as well, which is it's great news. Is
Definitely.
if they had chosen to continue the story where the original trilogy left off, then I wouldn't have been okay with it. But because they've gone through and said that's a different timeline, like an alternative universe of Fable, and we're starting from the ground up and delivering a brand new Fable, it makes sense that everyone gets to experience it together at the same time. And
Yeah.
so, logically speaking, getting out of my feelings and all of that of how I feel about what it is and the DNA of Xbox is who the fuck cares that PlayStation gets to play it day one? Like everyone's going to be experiencing the new Fable story together, and that's really what matters. And I just wanted to call that out because I know I adamantly said something different a couple of years ago, but like opinions and thoughts change, and I think
Of course.
my biggest sticking point was like if they continued on with the story, then it wouldn't make sense to deliver it on to PlayStation because they had no loyalty to the IP or franchise, and so them delivering a new version of this opens the door up for other people to experience what Fable was, but playground vision of Fable. Yeah. I'm excited. Fuck, I can't. Oh, I could just talk about Fable for the rest of my life.
Yeah. I guess last thing to just touch on is the beast of what is it, beast of
Reincarnation.
reincarnation. To
Yeah.
me that looked pretty dope. It looked cool
Yeah.
concept. That looked like it needs optimization as well. Um,
Yes.
in my opinion. But I'll probably put it on the wish list. Wait for a good physical sale. Might pick it up.
I am excited. Do you know why I'm excited? Because it's Game Freak. And my whole life growing up, every time I loaded up a Pokemon game, Game Freak would show up. And so it's nice to see that they can deliver something that isn't stripped back like Pokemon is. Because if you understand how Nintendo works, uh, the majority of their funding of their games and the time and energy that they give the developers um, is pushed to Zelda and Mario, basically, or
Mm,
what's in the Mario universe. Um, so the amount of money and development time that goes into delivering a Pokemon game is scaled back by comparison. It's just a quick rinse and repeat, push out, let's make money. That's all it is to them. And you can tell that because they should be able to deliver a game more in line with Power World around at least the visuals and the involvement around how the world looks and all of that. So it was really nice to see that Game Freak can deliver a very, I guess, more realistic art style, and something that just doesn't look like it's kind of been thrown together very quickly. You can
yeah.
definitely tell that they are reaching around like they're testing themselves and they're pushing themselves quite a lot to deliver this game, and they will have learnt a lot as well in doing so kudos to them. I'm excited. It's coming to Game Pass, so I'm really going to support these developers because they're delivering something that isn't just a Pokemon game for once. And I think it's really important is it's not it's I'm sick of that being their bread and butter and that kind of they've been
Yeah.
forced to just make those games.
Definitely understandable.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll
Hmm.
be there to check it out too, man. Like I said, I'm a big physical gamer now, man. So I really feel good about not getting games day one anymore. Like even something like a Fable or a Forza, if I don't rush and get it day one, I just know for a fact on Amazon it's gonna be on sale for $40 soon, $50, and that has been saving me a lot of money. So
Yeah.
yeah, but those are all day one worthy games in my opinion, man. They all look
What do
really
you think
good.
of Kill coming from
Oh,
Double Fine?
I'm gonna be honest. Only way I'll probably check that game out is if it come to Switch. Seemed like a cool game to have on my Switch. I don't really see myself playing it like um
I mean, it's probably going to be one of those party games where a few of us get on, try it, and see what it's
Yeah.
like. It might be completely fun, but I mean, it's nice to see, and that's what I kind of like about, I guess, the acquisition of, oh my god, Double Fine, was they can deliver very unique experiences. Like we just had Keeper last year,
Yep.
which I really enjoyed and wasn't expecting to enjoy as much as I did, and that was a really good short experience. And I was like, well, what are they delivering next? Because I was like, that's just a really small game. They've got to be delivering something else. And now we can see that this is the next thing that's coming out from them. But you definitely know there's something else in the works that they'll be delivering next after this. Yeah, I'm excited to see the way that they've, like, you can definitely see the uniqueness and the quirkiness of the developers in this game, and I like seeing that instead of us just having copy and paste AAA blockbuster crap. So it's definitely, I'm going to check it out. I don't know it's something I'm going to absolutely love, but I'm going to give it some time because I love Double Fine.
I mean, I'm gonna check it out. Don't get me wrong. I sound like a
Yeah.
hater.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna
I know
check it
you'll
out.
check it out. You're not you're like, I'll give something a go. If it's for me, it's for me. If it's not, for not. Like,
Yeah,
that's how most of us work. Yeah. What is
definitely.
next on our agenda? I'm just gonna quickly move us forward to like Fable gameplay because it's all I
It do look like a cool, unique concept. Like I
I'm
said, it
just gonna
looked
keep
cool. I mean, it's cool letting them do what they want. But if I'm Microsoft and Phil Spencer, it's like, all right, fuckers, you done did what you want twice, man. You made Keeper, you made this little pot game. Get your ass in there and make a new banjo.
Yeah.
That's just me personally. At some point, you can do what you want so much, but this is a risk because it could be successful or it could just be a waste of time and not really gain traction. But I think it'll be good on handhelds. Like playing it on a ROG could probably be a really fun time,
Probably be fun
especially with the
like on a
scope and
mobile
everything like
as
that.
well, like a
Yeah,
mobile game. Yeah.
definitely. Little last couple things real quick. The Switch 2 has already outsold the GameCube in Japan. Switch 2 is
Mm-hmm.
at 400 and I
I
mean
mean, to be fair, that's not
4.9
hard.
million. Yeah, definitely not. And plus, the GameCube never enjoyed the third party support the Switch 2 is already
Yes.
receiving from these Japanese
100%.
developers. So, um, yeah, Panda, I don't really care too much.
Lycro, Double Fine made a pot running with better frames
Facts.
than some
That's very
reincarnation.
true. That is very
You're
true.
not wrong. Love it. Sorry, I just had to
Now,
call that out. Sorry to cut you off, Nero.
Now I love Bethesda, man, but Bethesda, bro, they need to show me something, man. They need to show me something soon, man. I was really hoping the Starfield. This is probably my one thing. I do wish the Starfield update was here. Like if that
Yeah,
would have been a stealth drop, like yeah, one more thing. Bethesda been busy, this, that, and the third.
I agree.
Former Elder Scroll writer and lore master Kurt Cushman speaks on why he left Bethesda. Elder Scrolls 6 was supposed to be their next game after Fallout 4. I really think it should have been. I appreciate Starfield, but I much rather have a new Fallout. I mean, not Fallout, a new Elder Scrolls, especially the Elder Scrolls 6, and especially the way they treating Starfield. I know we got this big update coming, but this like I don't know, they be radio silent. It's like I don't know, man. Todd
Mm.
Howard had promised him the lead design role in the Elder Scrolls 6, only to find out 11 years later that they went somewhere else. And by the way, this is not just any Joe of the mill. This guy is responsible for some of my favorite games ever. He's responsible for a lot of the writing and design direction of Skyrim and Oblivion.
Co-lead
So,
on Skyrim?
huh?
Was he co-lead on Skyrim?
Yeah, co-lead on Skyrim, man. So
So he should have
he
done that.
said the vibe. They should have just went to that, man. He said the vibe at Bethesda was very different after Skyrim's success. He said, of course, after the Fallout 4, we didn't go to the Elder Scrolls 6. We made Fallout 76. And that's another thing to point out. That's another thing, not to give Starfield any slander. The 76 was a fucking idiotic decision, man.
Made it
I
easy
know
again.
it's in a decent place now, but I don't give a damn. I'm not playing that shit. So shout out to those that do. To me, I play Fallout and I watch the show and play it because I love the apocalyptic feel, the feeling of loneliness and just danger out there. I don't feel that with seeing big ass houses from other players with neon lights and shit. What's apocalyptic about that? But that's just me. Yeah, so he ended up leaving Bethesda in 2023 after 20 plus years and finishing working on Starfield. He says the
Hmm.
problem at Bethesda predate the Microsoft acquisition, which is
I
important
would
to note. 'Cause
agree.
a lot of people, yeah, I agree too. It's a reason they had to be acquired to begin with.
Yeah.
As the years went on, Design leads, including Ty Howard's role, became less hands-on and more bureaucratic. His version of Elder Scrolls 6 was going to be like the Empire Strikes Back. The Elven supremacists were the bad guys, and they would ultimately come out on top, setting up the Elder Scrolls 6. I'm like, it's frustrating, but that's kind of what happens when these companies get bigger. I wish Todd Howard was a more focused man, because I know for a
Mm,
fact he's getting pulled on this arm, getting pulled on this arm and that arm, and having to bounce around so much.
delegate, man, delegate.
That's the one thing I love about Kojima and Kojima Productions is his freedom as a creator to like be more honed in and focused on these passion projects.
Yeah.
I wish that Todd Howard had that, but when you get as big as Bethesda is and Cinemax, it's like you don't really get that privilege anymore.
Mm.
I definitely need to see something eventually of the Elder Scrolls 6, but that sounds like I'm beating a dead horse at this point. Bring me some Fallout remasters, and dude, you can bring me back with the Starfield release. I can't wait to order it physically for my motherfucking PS5 Pro. I can't wait. And if it's a deluxe edition or something a little cool included, I'm gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be there. But it's come on, man. What's the hold up? Let me see something. What's going on?
Yeah.
Pretty much my take on everything.
Yeah. It's been interesting this past couple of weeks. I mean, we haven't talked about everything that's been in all the topics because we'll be here for another fucking hour, I feel like.
Hmm.
And nobody's got time for that. And I'm glad we're hitting that 2 hour time frame right now because I don't like doing a 3 hour show because when you have guests on, I don't like taking 3 hours of their day away from them. I think 2 hours
Definitely.
is a sweet spot. Anything over that is impeding on someone else. And so whew, we've talked about a lot of things. So I got Fable gameplay showing up right now. Like, guys, it's just
Perfect way
I
to
was
end the show. Look at it.
yeah, perfect way to end the show. Just me living my life through Fable. Like, honestly, I'm taking time off for that. But I just want to say another shout out to everyone who's going to watch the show after the fact. Those who've been watching live with us, those who are still here from the start of the show to the end of the show. We really appreciate you. We really appreciate each other. Like I love Nero, I love Lyric. In the
Definitely.
background talking to Soul and seeing how he's doing and seeing whether when there's an appropriate time to see about him coming back and those sort of things. So there's lots of things happening in our world. Just the last 2 weeks we just kind of weren't able to do a show. So we're back here and I wish Lyric was here talking with us. But obviously, he's decided to lose his voice. Like it was his choice.
Health is wealth, guys.
He like
Health is
gambled
wealth.
it away. But yeah, I think we have a good community and we generally stay grounded. Like I ground Nero, Nero grounds me. Like we
Definitely.
all ground each other. You can't sleep, Spartan. What are you talking about? Get some sleep. Oh, you're just too excited for Fable. You're just too excited.
Too
Um,
excited.
but you guys make it way more enjoyable every time you show up for us to come back each and every week. And
100%.
um, as much as we love talking about gaming, it's just nice to know that other people also are just as passionate as we are, whether or not you want to guest on the show, whether or not you just want to be involved in the chat. Up to you around your level of involvement. But as a community, we're always there for each other. So yeah, I just love gaming. I love everybody. It's great.
Big bag motherfucking Spartan is returning the building. Fuck what Panda's talking about, man. Make it. Clap your hands. Big bag Spartan coming through again with the 5 gifted memberships. Nah, I'm just, I'm just playing, man. I agree with everything Panda said, man. Look,
Thank
guys, for
you.
me, I absolutely love this community, man, and not just the podcast community, man. I think it's
Yeah.
a whole group of people and subscribers that just come across my reviews and stuff like that don't even know about the pod. So those people that come across this later, or even if you don't, I love doing these reviews, man. I love finishing these
Mhm.
games. Make sure you go check out the Metroid Prime review. I just reviewed it yesterday. It just hit 100 reviews. So we got 63 people in here. Hit that like button. Even if you can't watch the Metroid Prime review, that's okay, guys. I get it. I'm not asking you to watch every 10, 15-minute review and video I have, but simple things like hitting the like button, leaving a quick comment, it just helps with the YouTube algorithm because YouTube has like been on some weird shit lately. We got a lot of supporters that don't even get notifications for this channel, and they have
Yep.
the notification bell on, myself included. Like I didn't get a notification for the show tonight, and I have the
I
notification bell on. So
I didn't either. Yeah. And I'm like, I know exactly when it is, and we're going live. Like, I'm in control of the show, and I ain't even getting notified about it. Like, what the fuck? Google, sort your shit out.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Stop
honestly.
trying to hold over us little creators, man. Go for
Yeah.
those weird grifters out here that's just preying on Xbox downfall or preying on PlayStation downfall or Nintendo's or hating on PC, sun up and sun down. Go get
People
those
who
idiots.
genuinely just don't care. And I can't describe it enough around. You can definitely see the people who just don't care about gaming the way
Yeah,
real gamers do. Like we have so much. I love gaming, and I will die on that hill. And I'm so so passionate about it. I'm going to complain about when shit's not going right because like it's something that I've been playing since I was a very small child. Like I have passion. If I didn't have passion, I wouldn't be doing a podcast. If I didn't have passion, I wouldn't be
definitely,
playing video games to this day.
definitely.
Um, yeah, it's very
And
interesting.
I love this because it's a good mental reset too, man. Like,
Yeah,
I really did hate not being here these last couple of weeks, but the week before, like we said, Panda was feeling under the weather. I was definitely under the weather, Lyric under the weather. Now you guys know it's flu season. It's really cold outside. You got kids, and you be around kids as well. That's
I
just
was
a
under the
recipe
weather because
for getting sick.
I had a very late night of
Yeah,
drinking, and
yeah. Panda
I was
been living
hungover.
wild. Panda been living wild leading up to GTA 6. She said, you know what? Since they keep delaying it, I'm going to just live GTA now.
Just
I'm going to
gonna
just live in
fucking
real life.
GTA 6 my life for real.
And then
Get lit.
last week with the weather, man, the ice storms, like right now, where I'm at, it's like a blizzard, like just snow. But last week it was ice. Like ice is way more impactful, in my opinion, especially in the South and Southern states than snow. So thankfully, haven't had any power outages or anything like that. That's been awesome. And like I said, I just love coming to the community, man, talking about gaming. It's really
Mhm.
refreshing. Around here at Aim Down Sites, we always try to have positive takes around here. And we always grown as a people. I joke with Panda. Has she mentioned about how she felt about Fable going to PlayStation. Yo, I used to be the same way, man. I didn't want to see anything over there. I was like, yo, really warring and fighting with a sword and shield, and that's not the way to be, man. The way to be is just to go where the games
Yeah.
are that excite you, no matter the platform, and let the games come to you if you're patient, because most of the time they will come to you and end up in your
Mhm.
fingertips anyway. And just be happy, man. Be positive with gaming, and when it calls to be negative and call out games, do that.
Do you
High
know
guard.
what, Nero? You know how I don't know if I said this at all out loud with you last year, but you know how you were super pissed off that Fable was delayed?
Uh-huh.
I kind of had in the back of my head that not only was it delayed for the 25th Xbox anniversary, but I also thought it might be delayed to deliver a PlayStation version. And that's why I think it was
Mm,
also partially delayed as well to deliver a PlayStation version of the game day one. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Well, they should have did the same thing with Forza. I wish that was here day one. God damn it! Be consistent. Nah.
Well, I think maybe it's just like the 5 only released recently, right? Within the last 8 months. And so maybe they're like, maybe it's too soon.
Yeah, let it resonate a bit.
The year around Forza Horizon 5, right? I can't remember when it actually launched on the PlayStation, but maybe it might have been a year since that. And then I think after that, you're probably going to get day and date for Forza Horizon 7 as well on PlayStation. I think that's going to end up happening.
Yeah.
Um, who knows? Um,
Yep.
all right. Well, this is us. That's us.
Yeah.
That's the show.
That's us.
This,
That's the show.
this is us. We are heading out. Please, please, please take care of yourselves. You know where you can find us. We're here. Even if you don't get the notifications, we are here. We are
Definitely.
on Twitter. I'm on Xbox if you want to jump in a party with me at any time, or Discord. Yeah. Nero, where can people avoid you?
Oh man, come on through to Twitter if you want to see what games I'm currently playing, and follow each other in the chat too, man. Shout out to the homie Grizz. He always posting games and games that might fly under the radar. Like I said, shout out to shout out to the Game Adaptation Newscast. He make really good content.
Yes.
As well. So go show him some love. Shout out to Lyric. He's a good follow on Twitter as well. Shout out to Demo, man. Shout out to everybody that support us. Even the homies that can't make it through every episode and listen after the fact. We appreciate y'all because I can't make it to every episode of my homies either and have to listen after the fact.
Yeah.
So we understand and we really just love and appreciate the supporters. But yeah, man, come follow me on Twitter, NextGenNero, and on Blue Sky to see what games I'm currently playing. I'm always posting screenshots, and on Twitter, I always post the journey along the way of what I'm playing. So, if you like the reviews and stuff like that, come through and see me playing it live. And yeah,
Thanks,
man,
Joby.
all I ask guys is hit that like button, stay safe, stay warm. Go hit the like button on that Metroid review as soon as you leave off this review. And oh man, love you guys.
Cool.
Shout out Yobi as well.
Have a good night, guys. I'm always disappointed because I live in a different time zone, so I can't always watch live for other people's shows. I try and watch after the fact, though. Yeah. I like to engage with our community and be in chats where I can. So, all right. We're heading out. You guys all take care of yourselves, and I will see some of you online, no doubt. All right. Bye.